to go
Waiting.
live so I can.
All right.
Yeah.
Out of a joke.
Hold for delivery.
Okay, John. What's
Yeah.
the downside of eating a clock?
What?
It's time consuming.
Anyway,
Nothing-
guys, welcome to
nothing.
Miss Rule.
Hi.
I'm your dungeon master tonight, John DM. That was Brian and you caught the last 15 minutes of
We're gonna
his
put him in a
stand-up
timeout.
Welcome, Brian. How are you?
I'm great, John.
I'm glad you're
It's a good
great.
day.
Hell yeah. Andy, how are you? You look like you're eating. Let's call on you.
I'm doing good. If you, if Discord and or my computer mic decides to share it, I apologize if you have to hear the sound of me chewing on my dinner. But what's up? Happy Wednesday. Go team.
Hey, Apollo, how are
I got
you
fucking
doing?
I got fucking carrots and kielbasa over here.
Oh, look at
Oh,
you.
hell yeah. I'm doing well, John. Thank you very much. I have received a early access code for Soulframe by the same makers of Warframe, and I played that the other day on my Twitch channel. It's really fun, really interesting. Like an over-the-shoulder kind of like a Souls game, but not quite as punishing. Very beautiful environments and fun combat.
Very cool.
Raw, raw, raw. And with that, I gotta go put my food in the oven.
All right.
Not a euphemism.
Have fun. Good luck.
Safe.
I hope it's not a bun.
Don't touch fire.
Eric,
John, hello.
how are you?
I'm great. I have a job starting on Monday, so
Hey.
this is actual fun employment right now.
Very good.
What's funny is my boss was like, "I'll be sitting you between X and Y person," and I was like, "Oh, we're getting the band back together." Well, good news, I can do vocals. And then she was like, Wait, hold up. How well can you do vocals? Let's not be rude. I can do vocals.
You want to give us a demonstration while we're waiting for Apollo?
No, you'd have to check that on my Twitch stream where we do vocals. So
Oh, okay.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
I have. Heard
it
the
doesn't
man
matter what the
say-
song is because I'll just change all the lyrics to meow. But probably be a man from Mulan.
Be a meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow 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 meow. Back to you, John.
All right. Guys!
How are you?
We're having such a meow time. We're
Wait, does
having
Brian
a
not get to
meow.
introduce himself? Brian, how are you?
We
He
started.
started-
Brian was first.
I don't
And
remember
I'm
that.
great, Andy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Do we need to redo the intro for Andy?
All right, shut it down. That's a good show, everyone. I'll see you next time.
Great sesh, great sesh. We rocked it. Hey, John, do we get to level up?
No.
No.
So guys,
You
this
leveled
may be
down,
the
actually.
finale.
You know
We're gonna
what?
See how quickly you guys can traverse. I know
John,
I
I
didn't
go to
tell
the end
any
of
of
the
you of
dungeon.
that in advance, except for like 2 hours ago. But hey, we might be doing the finale today. Let's see what happens.
John, I go to the end of the dungeon. I rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20?
I rolled a 20, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
By
you
saying
win!
roll 20.
You leveled up to 20 as well. Guys, where did we leave off? Can someone give me a recap before I throw us into game?
Last time on Three Dumbs and a Fuck, we were in a library and fucking around, John. But then we came to the find out stage, and Apollo Nick's character found out the hard way. Anyone else want to
Greasing up
add
will
on?
only get you so far.
Anyone else want to add something to that?
We learned the hard way that the cantrip Shocking Grasp is actually quite useful.
It's quite useful. Especially.
Oh, we also
against-
did play a little bit Geometry Wars.
We did. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. That was funny, actually. I
there were
love
a bunch
torturing
of-
my players, and I finally got Eric.
You know,
I remember at least going through my head. So we were going through the library, and there were all these suits of armors that we just couldn't help but activate, and then have to fight. And then we got to a new area, and there was a suit of armor that looked different than all the other suits of armor. And Arturio went, "Oh, cool! A sick new suit of armor that my friends will enjoy and love and be grateful for me for finding." And then it was just another animated suit of armor that attacked him.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well,
We
guys.
found out that once again, despite whatever cool mechanics John wants to put in the dungeon, we're always going to choose violence. And usually loud,
Immediately.
obnoxious smashing and banging of things.
It looks like our
Oh,
party
and,
is currently split up.
Yes.
You have a
Yeah.
mostly naked dwarf with a artificer on top of him.
Oh
yeah, let's
I
focus
got
on the
s-
3 real quick.
I got stuck. They Ramul brought a rope, and then I threw a rope after tying it to myself. And Ramul, rather than tying the ropes together,
You can't
tied
get enough.
both ropes to himself.
Sir, I'm in my domain. Okay, like we're sinking into the headcanon of my character, and this is my domain. We're spelunking. This is how you do it. As if an artificer from the city would know what he's talking about on how to rescue someone from a cave-like scenario. We did the right thing and got him out of there.
I'm sure he appreciates it.
I'll
Paladin
not hear
Terrence,
other slander otherwise.
Yes, John.
you are looking at your 2 companions, a dwarf who seems both smug and angry at the artificer. The artificer who looks battered, bruised, but, with a new magical orb, I believe. You collected both halves of a
I sure did.
spell code.
A yellow
That's
one,
right.
if I remember correctly.
Indeed.
I keep wanting to say codec, but it's not.
It's true. What do you 3 do as you realize you're down a member who is nowhere close
wait.
to you?
Wait, you 2 left my brother, who just minutes ago was like staring at a book and talking to it and telling us to like be quiet.
Okay, so if he is staring at another book, we'll be able to find him.
You
Okay,
left him
that'll be fine.
alone in
Arturio,
this library.
What have you been doing for the past 4 days? He goes his own way whenever he wants to. Since when have we been able to stop?
Right,
Here,
but normally
Help me put
he's
Ramul's armor back
losing
on.
his goddamn mind.
Yeah,
Put an armor back on.
he's
Get
been
dressed.
losing his goddamn mind since he put that circlet on.
Okay. There was a suit of armor that rather injured me in there, but I got this glaive. If either of you are interested, it is magical in nature. I didn't have time to figure out what it does. If you want it, take it. Otherwise, let's go find him.
You can carry it.
And I will. I don't pick it up. I walk past it and I start hurrying, hopping over the gaps in the carpet or the rugs.
You can't leave metal behind, John.
You grab the
I will.
glaive.
I will stick around and help Ramul put his armor back on, muttering to him, "He's just gonna go get himself killed again. Never patient."
Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you and I will be. I look you directly in the eyes and have like a moment, and like as you're like buttoning something up, and I like chin up, eyes here. We'll be fine.
I agree.
And that's all that we can say.
You see Arturio kind of like look through the gaps, and then he like pulls out the bottle that he usually uses for like his acid projectiles, and he like puts the palm on the bottom of it, and it like normally it begins to like bubble really fast, but like it's only sparkling water, and he's like, shit, I'm out of mana. Have to rest. And then he like puts it back on it in his potion pouch or whatever he has that holds it, and he'll hop forward and continue moving forward.
Yeah, you can continue moving forward.
Hop.
However, why don't you stop there for a moment as we catch back up with Andy, also known as Rye Smile. Rye, in the dark, this great big magnetic blue ball which you kidnapped from a teleportation circle ran across, started pushing it around like a dung beetle, and is now actively being pulled towards the statue.
It already did last week, sir.
It already
And slammed
did.
him. Yeah, it slammed him into the...
it with its brother. It slammed me back. I crushed an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
And
that's right. I'm an
because
asshole.
I'm just too fucking smart for this library.
That's why the statue's damaged.
That is why the statue's damaged. And also roll for initiative. Right now, Ray. Oh, it's gonna beat you. This animated armor was awakened, disturbed by a magical pulse, and now you have to 1v1 it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Fucking bring it, itch.
Yeah, he's gonna come bring it to you real quick. Boop-a-doop. Using his movement. For those of you unable to see for whatever reason, go watch the stream. That's what the stream's for, right? Let's do the wild hunt, because he's gonna hunt you down and beat you to death with his great big plated fists. He's gonna slam you twice. Are you ready? Bam, bam! 17!
17 hits. Doesn't he have disadvantage?
For what?
For reasons?
Nope.
I have my elven cloak on and I was still.
You got slammed into a bookshelf and made a bunch of noise. He sees you.
I'll just blend in with the fucking carpet? Whatever. Alright.
I mean, you could take half.
17 hits, I uncanny dodge to take half.
Okay, you'll take 3 instead of 6. That brings us to you.
Hang on a second, let me update the numbers. Numbers, there we go.
Okay.
We're gonna shocking grasp this mofo.
A 7 is going to miss this guy's 18 AC.
Is anything happening at the statue while this is going on, or is the statue just damaged? Are the orbs gone? What's going on?
The orbs are collapsing into each other, and in a turn or two, they will be fully merged. However, you have bigger things to worry about. And also, you can't get to it. Unless you can teleport somehow.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna... I'm gonna dash away.
Dash or disengage?
Or disengage. Oh, do I just do regular movement on a disengage?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 30. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump over here.
Okay, you run away.
Zoop.
He will be pursued. Scooby-Doo
Yeah,
style.
that's fine.
He will move
Bring it.
his 20 to get to you out of his 25. And he's gonna slam you twice! Doop, doop, doop. Oh, a critical hit and then a 14.
So the 14 misses, and I have the incoming damage.
Alright, half
Round up
of
or down?
7 is 3. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna swing a big old fucking short sword at this guy, just like right in his damn face.
Okay.
Whoa.
Swing, swing. Oh, you hit!
Big swing.
Oh, for 8 points of piercing damage. You
For
pierce into his
8.
armor. Stabbing at
Pierce
him.
this. Pierce this dude. He's pierced.
He's pierced. Anything else? It's the time to keep running. Or are you just gonna keep Scooby-Dooing?
Yeah, I'm gonna Scooby-Doo another 30.
Okay. You keep Scooby-Dooing. He will keep pursuing. Moving 10. Moving 25. And then he's gonna slam you twice. Boop boop. 19.
Theoretically, if I'm moving 30 every time and he's moving 25,
He's size
shouldn't
large.
be able to.
He is bigger than you, so he travels a little bit further.
Mm,
It's got a bigger gate.
sure. All right, I'll take 3 more points of damage. I'm gonna shock and grasp him.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh no. You're getting a little bit low there, Rye. What are you gonna do?
Can I run back to the teleportation circle? Well, it's not quite within 30 yet.
It's not within 30. You could take an attack of opportunity, and then dash with your bonus action.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Dash is part of cunning action. It's not just disengage. You could also take the hide action, but at this point, there's no...
I thought I can't dash because I'm engaged.
No, it means you're just threatened by an opportunity attack. So you haven't been doing it in the past because you don't want to get slapped in the face while you're running away, right?
If you try and move away, your defenses will go down and they'll attack you unless you keep your defenses up by using your action to keep your defenses up.
Base.
Or in your case, your bonus action. Because you're a roguey rogue.
You are a roguey rogue.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking dash away.
You're gonna risk it for the biscuit?
I'm actually gonna risk it for going down this hallway.
Okay, he's gonna take a swipe at you, hitting you on an 18.
2.
Okay, you're gonna use your reaction again. Okay.
I have a limited number of times using my reaction?
You only get one reaction per turn. At the start of your turn, you get all your resources back, right?
Well, yeah.
So, if something else were to happen to you before the start of your next turn that required a reaction,
got it, okay.
You would not have it.
Got it. Nope, I'm good.
Okay, this thing is going to pursue. It's going to dash, but only get here.
Hmm?
It's slow. You're much faster than it when you run down hallways. Dashing full tilt.
Yep. Alright. Me again?
Yep.
We are going to crossbow at this mofo.
Okay, you hit. For another 8 piercing damage.
And then I will dash again to the end of this hallway.
You dash away. You look at another animated armor, which is totally alert from when the explosion went off.
Sure.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Bring it.
Alright, it rolls into initiative.
Oh, shit.
This animated armor moves 30, which means it dashes and then moves 20 like so. This animated armor... Oh, it can't get within range. It has to dash like so, Andy.
Hmm?
This animated armor dashes, so it cannot hit you this turn. Rye, you are cornered. What do you do?
I am gonna hit the one that's pursuing me first with the killing blow with the crossbow.
Okay, this will be at disadvantage since it doesn't matter. You strike him.
Matter.
For 7, bringing him up to 3 health.
I don't get a sneak attack on this?
No,
You don't have advantage.
you don't
If
have
you
advantage.
would steady aim before firing, then you would get advantage.
Yeah, but that's...
Which is something you could do if you want to use your bonus action to steady aim. That's what it's for.
But he's in melee combat. He's also firing beyond his normal range. He has multiple
tall are
sources
these
of
dudes?
disadvantage. Rye is kind of fucked.
How tall are these dudes?
They are size large, meaning they are anywhere from 8 to 12 feet tall. I'm going to say they're size 9 feet tall.
So, there's a bit of clearance, like, under their, like, between their legs, right?
Were you a halfling for sure?
Well, I'm just a artful dodger from the street. Can I not, like, attempt to sort of dive under the legs of the one that dashed towards me?
Okay.
Into the room beyond?
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Here. I'm going to say that he will try to slap you while you are doing that. But if you can roll higher on an acrobatics check than his attack roll, then you will pass.
Yep.
Alright, you need to beat a 13. You critically pass. You move through him, spending 15 feet of movement. You quickly realize there's another statue.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What do you do now?
That was that not my bonus action to do that?
No, that was just part of your movement. You still have your bonus action and 15 feet of movement. And this guy's reaction has been burned, so he cannot attack you again.
So, let's see. 15 takes me there, and then a
Is
dash.
this the way he came, or is he just running deeper?
He's just running deeper.
No, this...
Oh,
Earlier, I got to this point when I was exploring, and then I backed out, so I know where I am here.
Yeah.
It takes me too close to this guy. I need to start fighting. This guy's turned around, and he doesn't get a reaction?
Yep.
I shocking grasp pat him on the butt.
You already fired your hand crossbow.
Oh, just kidding. Oh, then, yeah, I'm just gonna keep on running.
Okay, you have 45 feet of movement if you wish to dash, or 15 if you just want to end your turn.
Oh no, I'm gonna dash. So you said I get 15 more for the rest of my movement. And then
You have 45
60.
in total from where you are. So you could get, like, underneath a table if you wanted to start crawling.
Oh, actually,
Might buy him around or two.
yeah.
can I hop? Can I like move and hop onto the table?
You want to be on top of a table? Where they
Yes.
can clearly hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. You have 10 more feet of movement if you'd like. I don't know what you do
I'm
with
good.
it, but you have 10 more feet.
Unless I could use that instead. Spend that action instead of moving to ready aim. But I don't think you'd let me do that.
No. You've used all of your
No.
resources except for 10 feet of movement.
Andy, you do 10 feet of river dancing.
I was gonna say I think I. Even though I have no bardic qualities and very low charisma, I think I just sort of, like, after hopping up onto the table, do, like, a humiliating dance to totally socially dominate the armor in a way that they couldn't possibly comprehend, not having come from my neighborhood in the city.
Alright,
The
this is
armor.
a 6-second round, and I think that goes far and beyond it. Maybe next turn. Oh my god, this guy moves 25 feet and has to dash 10 more to get within melee reach of you.
Yeah.
This guy gets to go 15, 20, 25. He's separated by 5 feet. So the problem is he's not allowed to disturb the tables or chairs. So he will dash like this because he's an idiot construct who has literally 1 intelligence. And this is the most direct path he can take to attack you. Getting lucky here, Andy. Now, this guy is still chasing.
It's not luck. It is.
Is it
Your
skill? Right, it's your turn. You're surrounded. You're gonna cast a spell.
No. I clicked the wrong thing. I was just trying to read it.
Okay. Right, it's your turn. You are surrounded by 2 of these large animated armors. Right.
You said they have one. You said they have 1 intelligence.
They have 1 intelligence.
Can I disguise myself as an animated suit of armor? It's a 15-foot cube.
Maybe. Do you think the animated armors can distinguish who's a real animated armor or not?
Not on a intelligence check with 1 intelligence.
Then what would
Against
you
my
like
spell
to do?
save.
You could either choose to run 60 feet and outpace them, because you know they're much slower than you. Or you can
Yeah,
do
but I'm
some
thinking-
magical doohickey and potentially die. Which would you prefer?
I was looking at disguise itself as well, which is different.
Rye, 6-second combat rounds, man. You have to make a decision. I'm counting you down.
All right, I'll just fucking dash away.
I assume you're gonna disengage first.
Disengage for 30.
He does a sick flip.
And then
Bonus
you can use
action
your
disengage,
action to
move
do
your 30, and then
anything
use
else.
your and then use your action to run another 30 as you see fit.
Okay.
Can
He
I
runs
use
60
my-
feet like a coward. Rye
Yeah,
smile.
so Andy, the way it works is your bonus action is your disengage, your move is your 30 standard feet of movement, and then your action is converted into a dash. So make sure you move 60.
He moves 60.
60 total, 30 and 60. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, 30 and
20,
30.
40,
Yep.
45, 50. He ends his turn right there.
John, you will let us know when we hear loud sounds of clanking in the distance. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
For sure. Currently,
Okay.
you are
Pretty
about
sure we're pretty
15
far away.
bookshelves insulated. All right.
Yeah. Understood. Just
Also,
throwing it out
there's
looking
the
for what
you
it's
know,
called.
the clanking of armor of Ramul's armor getting donned.
Yeah. All right, Rye, it's back to you, bud.
This guy is in melee range.
Yep.
I'm gonna shocking grasp one more time.
Okay.
Do it.
You critically
yeah.
hit him.
Hey!
My boy's learning.
Ah!
Jesus.
Fuck yeah.
All right, he
I
no
know.
longer has a reaction as part of Shocking Grasp,
Yeah.
which means
right.
you may bonus action dash away.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
What's going on over here, by the way?
Don't worry about it.
Well, but I'm
You've
curious.
been in the
What's
Egyptian
going on?
section before.
Okay.
There are sarcophaguses. There's a cool little sun piece, but nothing happened when you came here last time.
Okay.
This armor, however,
is
animates.
Donatello is still over here, right? Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Guys, he's pulling
Charmer
the entire
animates?
dungeon.
Yeah. He's gonna pull him right to us on a choke point. It's gonna be great.
It's like when you played EverQuest and you had to just
Right, you
zone
have 30
out,
more
like,
feet of
oh,
movement.
no.
Fireball.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to this carpet right here.
Okay. I don't think this guy sees you. No, you're behind a bookshelf.
Well,
right?
I very successfully snuck past him before, so he's not the most alert.
Yeah, but now you're in Danger Town and running for your life, right?
I'm fucking born in Danger Town.
This guy moves. He has to spend 10 feet of movement. The armors are literally tripping over themselves because crossing through an allied square is difficult terrain. Oh my god, these fucking things are so stupid. Alrighty. And then this guy noticed you and will dash 45 feet to get right up on you. You keep pulling them, Rye. Rye, what do you do?
Oh, he dashed. He doesn't get to do anything. I'm gonna fucking send it. Let's shocking grasp him and
Oh my god.
electrocute him to the
That's
spot.
gonna miss. What do you do?
Oh shit. I'm gonna disengage and run for Donatello just to shake things up.
Robert Donatello. So away from
Yeah.
where you know your party to be based.
Come
I mean,
back to us, friend.
I don't know what they've been up to, but 30 feet in disengaging puts me right in front of this guy.
Hey, you
He's
said
just
he was
gonna-
stupid, right?
It's also a 6-second round, so you could say something if you wanted.
Yeah, you want to scream and alert the whole library?
Yeah, as I'm disengaging, I yell, "I'm running for the Ninja Turtle!"
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d20. We're gonna see if your voice carries to Nick, who's physically not here at his computer. Do you want highs or lows?
Lows.
I rolled a natural 1, which means Ramul, Terrence, and Arturio. As though this was a natural 20, Rye's voice carries perfectly throughout the entire library, alerting
That's not good.
everyone to his presence and how he's heading for a Ninja Turtle, whatever that means.
There you go.
Everyone, please roll into initiative.
Shit.
Arturio's instinct has to be like, why is my brother being so loud in this library? What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll in every animated armor.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
John, this may be the finale for so many different reasons.
There
I
are
love
many
it.
reasons.
Let's go.
Back to what I said before, Terrence. We will be safe.
Hey, remember how I used all my spell slots last episode?
Sure do.
Nope, sure don't.
Why don't you dash in front of us and proc the rest of the day?
Alrighty.
These guys, constructs, they can't be blinded, right? Like, color
God, you
blast
guys
or whatever.
roll like shit on initiative. I don't know. Maybe they can,
11.
maybe they can't. Probably not. They don't have eyes.
Could be anything.
Kind of hard to blind.
Okay, they don't. That answers my question. They don't have eyes, so color spray is not going to do anything.
Indeed. Okay. Animated armors get to go. I'm just restarting initiative here. This guy here's
Oh, did Donatello
Rye.
roll in?
Yeah, everyone's rolled in. This guy moves. This guy moves. There's a lot of animated armors, guys. Please be patient. Oh yeah, these guys need to be rolled in too.
Sorry, everybody.
There'll
Oh,
be a
no, this is great.
This is actually probably really good for us to bring them all out at once at this point. But running away from us
Seems
is
fine.
probably a bad plan. You should probably come back.
You are gone. You were
can.
done. You need to go. Oh, it's too late for that.
I would say in the story of this show, Rai also has no idea where you are in the library. He just knows what direction he departed from Ramul, but
The story of this dungeon is everybody going in a different direction.
Yeah.
And how well that worked out.
I don't know.
This
There
thing
are
needs
many
to
stories.
make a acrobatics check. He rolls a 2. He's going to awaken the mummy that will attack him.
Nice.
As he shoves over in his pursuit of Rye, he just knocks over a sarcophagus and a mummy pops out. And
It's
starts-
all out brawl in here.
Yeah, it's a brawl. He's going to roll in with an 11. He'll get to go soon. He'll go after
The librarian shows
Arturio.
up and goes, shh, and everything falls asleep.
Oh, it's a husk, not a... It doesn't matter. He dashed. You... Who are you? You're the one closest to Arturio, who will move away, like so. Who are you?
John, now that everyone is clanking and clattering and making tons of noise,
Uh-huh.
you think we would all be able to see the entire library?
No.
No.
Okay.
There's
Good
something
shot.
still not in play.
Oh,
Oh.
that sounds
Some
ominous.
blue orb happening. There's
Yeah, you left the
bunch of
blue
things.
orb. What about the red orb?
I'm about to say, there's been 3 of everything in every dungeon, at least. There's got to be another orb somewhere.
This guy needs to make a perception check, actually, as he steps down. He's gonna randomly pick a direction. Eyes go up. That was his action. Alright, Arturio, it's your turn.
I immediately start running.
Okay.
I see this armor over here to my left, shambling in a direction,
Yep.
and I will draw my crossbow, get about here, lay it down, or not lay it down, but like
Prone.
point and shoot.
Did you move 60 feet?
I sure did. Never mind. I don't shoot.
Yeah. Alright. You get ready. It doesn't seem to notice you. The husk goes. It will fight. The animated armor. You watch this desiccated skin suit that is missing all of its organs just try to grab this fucking thing in front of it as it reacts. It will miss, failing to smother, and thus failing to grapple it. Oh, it can't even target the creature. It literally does nothing. Alright. Good job, Husk. The animated armor behind it gets to go. We'll have to dash. We'll get to see it, though. This animated armor is chasing after Rye. This is the one that you activated by stealing the blue orb. Which comes up over here. You can't see it yet. This guy chases after Rye Smile. Oh! I make his token somewhat bigger. He's gonna try to slap you, Rye. You ready?
Bring it.
Alright, he's gonna multi-attack you. Slam. 15, 21.
Nice. Hit for 2.
Okay. Do you activate the Sphinx next to you? No.
How big is this Sphinx next to me, by the way? How big is it?
Hang on. Where did
That's
you
all.
go in my initiative order?
5.
Oh, you're at 5.9. Okay. Sorry, say that one more time?
How tall is the Sphinx? How big is the Sphinx?
The Sphinx is size huge-ish. So 15 foot.
Taller than the. Okay, so taller than the.
Yeah, if you clambered on top of it, they would have to climb up or jump up to hit you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. 2 more animated armors before your turn, Rye. Give me just 1 second. This guy's trapped behind his friend because there's a fucking table in the way, and it will not disturb the furniture. It is a construct. This one, highs or lows. It chooses highs as well. Having heard Andy that way. Alright, Rye, it's your turn. These sarcophaguses are getting pushed over. There's undead inside them. There's a Sphinx statue right beside you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 more animated armors are in this room. What's the play, Chief?
Cool. I am going to see here. I'm gonna dash into this nice, neat little alcove between the Sphinxes here.
Are you going to disengage first?
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move
Alright.
into this corner right here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna cast Silent Image.
Sure. Where would you like to put it?
Around me in a 15-foot cube.
Okay.
And the image is of the empty space in the bookshelf behind me.
That's a good play. I like it.
It is a good play. The image is purely visual. It's accompanied by sound, smell, or other sensory effects. Oh, Andy. Okay, anything else? You have 10 more feet of movement if you'd like to, like, wedge yourself behind one of the, like, crawl spaces there.
No, I'm safely ensconced within my image.
Okay.
I don't want to go outside of it.
The animated armor is stuck. It has to move awkwardly around chairs. Like so. Terrence, that brings us to you, bud.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, should I remove the blue
far,
dot?
Dude.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to move to 30 feet, dash 40, and dash 50, and that's 60 feet from me. And that's my turn.
All right,
As I chase after Arturio and towards the noise.
You only need to move 360 more feet to get where Rye is.
Yes.
Ramul, that brings us to you, bud.
I run up to here and I shout to Terrence, "Come back!" I don't know what's happening out there, but if we heard Rye, we're dead. And that's my 6 seconds. Thank you.
Okay. The animated armors get to go. They heard the sound. Oh, they definitely saw you two head into that space. He will move. That is a dash action to move.
He saw me vanish, so, like, what does his 1 intelligence tell him happened over here? Because now it should just look like library to him.
You know, it's hard to empathize with a unsentient animated construct. It's like empathizing with ChatGPT.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're white blood cells in this library, and the thing that they're pursuing disappears, shouldn't they not have a task anymore?
You know, that's a great question. Maybe they have like a pursuing protocol. This guy would attack the husk. The animated armors are going to do whatever they're going to do, you know? Both these will hit. It does not have any sort of resistances. 15? This husk is absolutely just a distraction to this thing. The animated armor will look around. It follows the traffic, like honeybees and hornets swarming. This one watched you head into this alcove that's slowed because of the space. Dashing. They look directly at you, Rye. Even through the illusion. This one turns around. Miss hit for 5, which brings it to 1. This thing heard noise. Continues to run 50 feet, like so. Maybe I should have just done group initiative for these guys, you know? This guy stands here, sees the husk, which it false alerts on. Who is my 12.11? You are... Continue to pursue Arturio!
I will continue following.
Okay.
I see it continuing to shamble. And I will just, like, I'm heading to an area I do not know.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna just, continue to follow it.
Yeah! Oh, perfect. It turns around as soon as you hit the 60-foot mark.
Oh.
Yes, these things have 360-degree vision, as well as blind sight. In fact, they only have blind sight, which is why they're going to walk up on Andy here in a second. This husk takes the dodge action. This animated armor will attack him at disadvantage, and will kill it on its second attack. Blech. The animated armor at 3 health, rather than being killed by Andy, move forward. Having watched you go in that direction, this animated armor had definitely seen you with its blind sight. God damn it. It's gonna disturb one of the things. Needs to make an acrobatics check. It will pass. It will not knock over the sarcophagus. It's gonna have to dash like so. Boom. And it gets right on top of you, Rye. And here comes the problem. They can't fucking get...
Bottleneck.
Mm-hmm.
45 feet. Can't move forward. The size large comes for us all. That's 15. Alright, Rye. They clearly can see you through your illusion. That, or they can't even process your illusion. What do you do?
Okay.
Whenever you want, tell me to put on the clown music. Okay.
Just the Benny Hill. And this sarcophagus is not too far for me to mage hand, right? Nope.
These
You said that
sarcophagi are quite heavy.
Oh, okay.
They're
Never
made
mind.
out of like heavy stone. In real life, a sarcophagus weighs like 300 pounds, if not more.
Gotcha. I am going to... Oh, shit.
You could climb a sphinx.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
jump
keep
into the
offering
Ninja
that
Turtle.
in a way that my lizard brain says John is trying to trick me into engaging an even worse enemy.
Maybe.
Could be anything.
I mean, they can't fit in like this little crawl area, but then you're still kind of trapped, right? Is your goal to survive or is it to outrun? Right? You're in kind of a horrifying Terminator situation.
You're in a pickle right now.
Love
I'm not gonna
pickles.
lie.
Fucking love pickles.
I'm just gonna take this guy's turn while you're thinking,
Thank you.
since he can't even do anything. He's trapped in a 3 bottlenecks away from you. There's just a traffic jam over here.
But that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out a way to take advantage of the traffic jam more.
Only you
Bring
were
them
with
to
it.
us. Hide behind us.
Yeah, it's just a question of getting to you. They're
Yeah.
likely to bump the Sphinx if I got behind it, right?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna very gingerly sidle back here, taking assiduous care not to touch the Sphinx.
Alright, you're gonna disengage, go prone, and crawl between the crawl space so that they can't hit you.
Right.
Here.
It's snapping to a location that looks like it's on the Sphinx,
I
but
got
I'm
you.
telling you, I'm not touching the Sphinx.
I understand. You are far below the Sphinx. You're almost like 3 to 4 feet down onto the floor, hands overhead, sheltering.
Oh,
in
I'm like
place.
behind the plinth. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You're underneath
Yeah,
it for
and
sure.
And then I'm gonna steady aim as my bonus action with my short bow.
You have moved. You can only do that after you have moved. Or before you have moved, excuse me. Terrence, that brings us to you, bud, on the other side. 360
Hey,
more
sweet.
feet.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna move. Once I'm on the right tool and I've stopped and doing my measuring. 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. I don't see anything else, so let's dash. 10, 20, 30 to here, making lots of noise as I do so, and I yell back at Ramul. They're all gonna find us anyways, man. We might as well come out and get them.
Based.
Plus,
Remove.
my character could never just abandon them and let them get themselves killed.
It's okay.
It's
You
against
don't
my
need to
ethos.
justify your actions. Remove
No,
does.
yeah,
though.
just do your actions. I sure do, John. I sigh as I'm holding this brand new glaive, as everyone has like run away from me.
Yeah.
And think to myself a moment, this is a messed up situation.
Yeah.
And they're just making it worse. Well, how did I get here?
How did you?
Let's see here. Where's 25? I moved 25 forward, John, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Thank you. I have
Top
short
of
legs.
the round.
They're just so short.
Guys, the animated armors are kind of in a little pickle here. They have run out of space, literally, to move. All of them are cramming around using dash actions to try to maximize their coverage to swarm Andy here. Or to swarm Rye. This one isn't anywhere close to taking the guy who you initially shot so much and were fighting. Just the one guy. All you had to do was fight him. He's the one closest to actually threatening you in this moment.
They take stampeding damage on each other.
No, they're quite well organized and well behaved. Just like good little ants.
Andy, you're the one acting like it's a Black Friday sale, okay?
It's true. You're the one rushing through Best Buy. This one, however, sees Arcturio and will sprint 50 feet to be 5 feet away from you.
Holy fuck!
Jesus.
It just charges.
And teleported right into you.
These guys will move their 50. We'll just do that now together, since I'm tired of taking so long. Going turn by turn, looking for all of them. But I'm just gonna move them all on the same turn. Just to speed shit up and get to
I
you
approve.
guys. Is there anyone else? No. Alright. When does this guy go? I need to know this guy specifically. Alright, he goes at 10.11. Alright, the guy behind you... Wait, when does this guy go as well? I think I just passed this guy. Yes, okay. My 10.11 guys are the ones closest to you by sheer happen chance. The guy with 3 health, this animated armor right in front of you, is going to try to push towards you. Now, it's got quite a bit of distance from you. It's 15 feet away from you currently. There's no way its long arms are going to reach you. After all, they don't have reach. However, that doesn't stop it from, like, actively aggressing. And as it gets to here, it is going to make a quick little acrobatics check. It's going to roll a natural 1, awaken the Sphinx.
Nice.
Say hello to the Sphinx, everyone.
Hello, Spain.
The Sphinx is going to wake up and say, I have a riddle for the... What the fuck? Just quite loudly. Help me! It cries out. Rolls a 9 into initiative.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a Gino Sphinx. No big deal. I think they beat... Yeah, they are way faster.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Why are they immune
It's
to psychic damage?
It's like a lion fucking whatchamacallit?
Yeah, half lion, half woman, size large to huge monstrosity. Some of them would be called huge.
A centaur, like a lion centaur, not just a lion that talks to you, but an actual like.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
This monstrous creature is normally a follower of Tiamat, or a creature that is a bit more mercenary when it comes to dealing with humans. Normally, they are neutral when it comes to dealing with people. However, they are not against fully consuming and eating people who fail their stupid bullshit riddles. This guy is going to... target it, I guess. It's gonna just start fighting the Sphinx because it's in range. This is not good, the Sphinx calls out. The animated armor slams him twice. 1 will clear for 3 damage, which it is resistant to since it's non-magical, so it deals 1. Ow! Oh, what's happening? It's just completely confused.
Please listen to my riddle.
Why won't they respond?
Listen here, everybody.
Why? Humans should have woken me up. I'm a trap. What the hell?
Did its call for help not wake up the Sphinx behind it?
No.
Not yet.
I had treasure in exchange for riddles, but I suppose I'm going to cast a spell on my turn.
Oh god.
Called Greater Invisibility.
Oh, I would like to not be here. Yeah.
This Sphinx will turn invisible and just start mauling things.
Too bad. Too bad all the animated armors have blind sight.
Yeah.
You can totally see them.
This is a waste of a spell! It calls out! Within a turn. The animated armors will start to dogpile the Sphinx. We all see. It will use its legendary action to realizing it needs to use its legendary actions. It starts clawing. Oh, just starts clawing everything. It will just absolutely
that's
shred
terrifying.
into one. Well, what's 16 plus 13? 29.
29.
All right, it just shreds this guy in the middle by chance. None of the animated armors care. Rye, it's your turn. As they start fighting the Sphinx above you.
Oh my fucking god. Our one saving grace.
I'm gonna. My spell from before is broken now, right? It's been more than 10 minutes.
You can choose to end it whenever.
No, I'm gonna stay put. I'm gonna cast Silent Image again. Because the Sphinx isn't looking my way right now, right?
No, it is far. It does not notice you at all.
A little busy.
Arturio, I'm about to bounce
Actually,
back to
you
you.
know what?
I realize I skipped your turn. But,
It's okay. You're good.
Actually, you know what? No, I'll save the spell slot. I am just going to,
you
air
could
my
take
short
the hide
bow.
action and just try not to be seen right now. If you want.
But that won't affect the guys who saw me go back here, right? Or are they no longer aware of me?
You don't know, but the Sphinx is going to kill you instantly. If the Sphinx notices you, you are dead, and it is greaterly invisible, so you can't even see.
John.
Wait,
John.
I don't get it when it becomes aware of me. I don't get a riddle.
I know, right? Fuck.
You hear it screaming in common of just in panic as it's surrounded. This is not the time for riddles.
Fucking done giving riddles. Fuck this shit.
All right.
Okay,
It screams out a
The
riddle.
next,
All
human,
right.
the next human I see is dead meat.
Fine. No, I'm not gonna hide. I'm gonna cast Silent Image and make myself a little hunting blind that looks like the crawl space back here.
It calls out, "What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence?" Does anyone answer?
I think Arturio might hear it and might know the answer, but he's preoccupied.
All right.
And then since I didn't move and I cast my spell, I steady aim from
All right.
within my hunting blind.
Understood. We're gonna jump back to Arturio real quick because I missed him in the scramble of 19 initiative turns.
Arturio freaks the fuck out and shoots his crossbow.
Okay. You will miss on a 15.
And then turns and runs. He is going to run like so.
Okay, I thought you were gonna shoot north for some reason.
Nah, just
Nope.
keep
Nope.
running away from the
Arturio
fight.
is a coward.
Understood.
We'll mark down one crossbow bolt. Thank you.
You're great. Terrence, it's your turn now. You hear in the distance a screaming monster asking what happens when an elephant steps on a fence.
Wasn't it? What time is it?
Steps on, or what time is it?
Because
What
Terrence
time
was
is it
fully
when
prepared.
an elephant sits on a fence?
Terrence will move forward 30 feet. Yell out into the distance. Time to get a new fence! And then I will... Let's see here. How far away am I? Boop, 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 boop. 45 feet. That's going to be disadvantage of my javelin, I think. But why not? I have nothing else to do, and we got to get this guy away from Arturio. I will throw a javelin at disadvantage.
Okay. You will miss.
11 will ping off and miss. I'll mark it off because there's no way after this battle I'm ever going to find it again.
Okay.
And then I will use my free action.
There's no way after this battle there will be anyone to find it again.
Right. Use my free action to pick up my sword off the ground before it sets the carpet on fire, and then that's my turn.
Okay. Understood. Ramol.
I got these stumpy feet, John. They don't take me very far. I'm running as hard as I can. That's me.
Just not dashing.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to count
don't
all
really
the
run.
animated armors, and they're just all going to attack the Sphinx who can reach her. Which is going to be... Once this guy moves down... So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. So that's 12 attacks, all at +4. It has 17 AC. Roll 12d20 greater than 13. There are 3 successes. The animated armors deal d6 plus 2, so that's 3d6 plus 6. For 17 points of damage. The 1 gets half to 1. The 5 gets half to 2. 4. Yeah, that's fine. 7. Oop. Alright. The animated armors continue to swarm. Where's the one that is chasing Arturio? That's at 1311. Now it's chasing Terrence. Terrence, it's just dashes to you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It moves 25 feet here, and then it actually has to choose who it wants to engage with, since both of you are entirely ineffective. Highs will be Terrence. It goes for Arturio. So that was just a flat D20. It dashed. It still doesn't get an attack. This one goes. This one goes. Arturio, it's your turn.
Disengage.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just the slickest maneuver ever.
I grab books off the shelf and fling them behind me to try and block its arms.
Indeed. As you
away.
cry out the answer, time to get a new fence, the Gynosinx will shout, "Correct!" Drop its greater invisibility, which will do fucking nothing.
Oh my god. Is John gonna be terrible? Is the question?
No. Oh yes, but no. It's shouted correct. Well, it needs to reward you now, which means it's gonna need a teleport.
Yep, I knew it. I knew you were gonna be a bastard.
But first it's gonna claw, and then it's gonna claw. It's gonna miss both times, since it doesn't have any bonuses from being invisible. And then, at the end of its turn, after it gets slapped in the stomach, it's gonna teleport 120 feet away. In an unoccupied space it can see. It heard the noise coming from there. Oh! It squeezes right here. Ah, shit! Rai, it's your turn. You watch as this thing teleports above you. All the animated armors currently swivel to this face. What do you do? This guy still looks at you. This 3 health one.
This one is still looking at me?
Yeah, only the guy with 3 health is still looking at you.
Yeah, I crossbow him right between the knot eyes.
Right. You have advantage. You will miss on a 10.
I stay put within my image, my cast image hunting blind. I sit still.
Okay.
And steady aim again.
This animated armor gets to move up and start fighting this lady. Slam twice. Up. Will hit. She's gonna shield. It says, no! Stop hitting me! A shield spell goes off in panic, which will block the... Yes, it will block both. That would be embarrassing if it didn't. Terrence, it's your turn.
Lovely. I will move forward and attempt to engage this animated armor. I will swing my flame tongue scimitar.
Swing,
Once.
swing. That hits.
23 is a hit, and I will deal not the crit damage, so 19.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
And then I want to attempt to use my bonus action to shove him prone with my shield.
Okay.
21.
Beats. He is prone.
Wonderful. And then I'm going to hit him with my second attack at advantage 21.
Yep.
For 15.
You almost kill it.
Wonderful. That is my turn.
Ramul.
Hi, John. I walk forward another 25 feet.
Can you see the guy?
He's not even panting. He's
I
not
actually
trying.
can, but he has like full cover, John. So
Yeah,
we
true.
blast him.
And
We
he's prone.
blast at full cover.
Alright.
Chow! Does an 18 hit?
On a 9, it will not, because he is prone.
Oh, he's prone. Okay, go
Knocked
again.
him down to hit him.
Also prone. Okay,
Also
there you go.
prone.
That's me.
Okay.
Thank you.
The animated armor swarm forward. This one did not have enough movement to... They actually can't. They cannot get through. Even here, only one guy can. And it's not... It is just barely in range of striking this person. Or this creature. Shield is still up, so that 21 will miss. They just chase after the fucking thing, the exhibit that is not supposed to be moving.
Oh, so the name of the Sphinx is Exhibit?
Yeah, it's exhibit. I think that brings us
Makes
to Arturio. Did I? Where do you go, buddy?
Like,
When's the prone guy go?
11.
Prone guy goes at 13, so he will stand up and start fighting ya boy, the paladin. Please tell me if you take damage.
21 hits.
Okay. Then suffer whatever you suffer.
7. Got it.
And that brings us back to Arturio, yes.
Arturio will keep running. His goal is to find and save his brother. He gets here, he dashes. He goes 5, turns the corner, sees the Gyno Sphinx, goes, what the and then we'll proceed to finish his movement. I've got your back, Sphinx. Use your magic to dispel them.
She turns to you and uses a legendary action to smite you.
What?
She can't. It's not a legendary action.
Oh god, okay.
You did not answer my riddle! How dare you give me commands, wee mortal! I will eat you and consume your bones!
My companion answered.
Oh. Okay. He has bigger things to deal with.
He's
Yeah,
coming.
what-
He'll be right here. He's dealing with another.
what do you do?
That's it. I dashed.
Okay. This animated armor crawls over the plinth and attacks the prone Andy. Who shot him? Andy, this is at advantage because you are prone and hiding. Or just prone, really.
Isn't it prone on the plinth?
I say you said crawling.
Oh. Yeah, so it's at normal then. Never mind. You both are crawling, so this animated armor grabs onto the plinth, drags itself up, and starts slamming at you with its left arm. You both are prone, so it's both at disadvantage. Wait, does it have disadvantage on melee attacks if it is prone?
No.
Okay, so it's going to attack you at advantage.
I'm sitting cross-legged.
Alright. A 14.
Miss. With.
Yeah. I'm going to treat it as normal. It's a chaotic situation. This animated armor's on its last legs. The other one behind it will just try to move the plinth this direction that I have just drawn a purple line on, like an idiot. It will try to do an athletics check. This thing is super heavy, but he is size large, so he is going to just do this at normal. We're going to say it's like DC 17. Huh! And he will fail. He cannot make more space to attack the rogue. This guy ignores Andy entirely because he is beyond... He's shielded from the blind sight just by being prone and behind the platform. And now the Gyno Sphinx gets to go. It will cast a spell. Being reminded that it does have Dispel Magic, it will cast Dispel Magic.
And then they make a con saving throw.
Something like that.
It's their
Anti-magic
Anti-magic.
susceptibility, yes. The armor is incapacitated while in the area of an anti-magic field. If targeted by Dispel Magic, the armor must succeed on a con saving throw against the spell save DC or fall unconscious for 1 minute. I see someone studied their stat blocks recently. DC 16 is their save. It's gonna clip. I don't think it should just target one of these animated armors for a 3rd level spell slot.
You could upcast it too for a bigger area.
Yeah, she can upcast it. She has access to 5th level spell slots.
I'd love nothing more for her to use her higher level resources that we can't deal with.
I mean, she only gets Legend Lore. She doesn't get any, like, fireballs or anything. Otherwise, we'd be in a different campaign already. She's going to try to turn off all 5 of these animated armors. 1 for every spell slot level she consumes. And they will make DC 16 Constitution saving throws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, 1 pass.
All fail.
Or no. I'll fail.
And they are going to be incapacitated for 1 minute. Which hopefully you all will be able to deal with as I put little sleepy boys, sleepy faces on these guys. Actually, I'm going to do blue dots because that's way more noticeable. You are dispelled, you son of a bitch, she cries out. I gotta go.
What goes to sleep when I snap my fingers? You.
She looks at you. Grovel! Right now.
I drop prone as a reaction.
Perfect.
I think that's just a free,
No, it's
like you.
something you do on your turn.
If it's not your turn, you probably get a reaction. Yeah.
Alrighty. Rye. The animated armors in the back are trying to move the plinth away so that they can beat you to death. This guy is on top of you, punching downwards. What do you do, bud?
He just missed his punch and hit the floor, and I very gingerly reach out and flick the top of his hand with a shocking grasp.
Are you bonus actioning steadying aim?
I did on the previous turn.
I think you have to choose at the start of each turn. They don't carry over, I believe.
Oh, then no, I'm not.
Okay. You will
Doesn't matter.
Didn't need it.
Oh,
Whoa!
16.
Max damage.
you shatter it and explode it outwards into bronze confetti. You have your
Excellent.
movement and bonus action.
For my movement, I get up, move out here,
Okay.
and then for my bonus action, I'm gonna dash around the corner.
All right, please take your movement. I think you have a little bit more there. Yeah. Perfect. You quickly realize this is a dead end, Rye. You're gonna need to hide.
Well, what's this thing in the corner?
It's a globe.
Oh,
It's a dope looking globe. You're in the occultist lounge right now.
I was gonna say there's a Seder plate on the table,
Yeah.
so
Don't worry.
I know Passover was recent. Okay.
You're good. I'm just gonna take some guys out of initiative. Terrence, it's your turn.
Wonderful. I'm in the middle of a fight. This animated armor in front of me, so I need to hit it. That's probably going to be enough, I hope. 15 fire damage. Will that drop it?
That will drop it.
Wonderful. Then I move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet.
Oh, the Riddler!
Yes, it was a good one. And probably not a good fence any longer. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself. We're going to concentrate on that. And then that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. This creature will use its reaction to teleport 35 feet and come
Did
before
we
you.
skip Arturio again?
Definitely. You're prone. You're groveling. Do you really want to get up?
I grovel. I'm saying, my brother, did you see my brother? Please, we'll do anything. And then she teleports.
Yeah.
And I just look confused, and then hear them speaking behind me.
Hi.
And like look over my shoulder. And then I'll kind of turn back this way to see sleeping animated armor, and I will begin to rise and start like running.
Okay.
And I'll get to about there.
You got it. Ramul.
I gotta go back this way, John.
Alright,
No, I
you
don't want
run
to be
away
seen
from
by a
the
stink.
scene.
25 back the other way. I gotta go.
Okay.
That's me.
That's you. The animated armors that are still active will chase after Rye. I don't think this guy can actually vault. I think he gets to around there just from tripping and falling like an asshole. These guys are all in the dark. This guy got to see Rye, though, and he did not see where the Sphinx teleported to, so he will move 30 feet, and then, because he's dashing, he will move 5 more. This guy gets to go. He will end his turn there, because there's just so many animated armors in the way. This guy is unconscious for the next minute. This guy at 7 health because he was mauled. I've already moved him. You are unconscious. You got factory reset. You are dead. You are unconscious. This guy gets to go. We'll move go 45 feet there before getting stuck. And now it's back to Arturio.
Yeah, Arturio will... Oh, wait. Okay. Arturio will begin moving up. And then he will start to see some animated armors that haven't collapsed.
Yeah.
And draw another bolt with his crossbow. I think he gets a cold sweat and realizes there are quite a few that are chasing his brother, but he'll have to draw the attention of multiple, probably, and he is not doing well. So, I think I need to roll.
Okay.
To see how much of a coward he is. I think highs, he goes for it. Lows, he's a coward. That's a lot of courage he musters.
That is not.
Did you actually
dice
roll
that
20?
you rolled.
That's not
no,
a
I
dice
didn't.
roll.
That's
Yeah, that's not a dice
artificial
roll.
courage there, sir.
What the fuck is going on? What?
Like a wisdom saving throw would be a
That doesn't
courage
tell
roll.
you anything.
That tells me nothing. So I
It
think
tells
I have
me
to
that
roll
his hands
again.
there and does nothing.
I think he
Indecision.
pauses. His hands are shaking, arms steady.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
weak.
Her knees weak. Yes, thank you. And then he will raise the crossbow again and fire at the closest one that is not prone. I can't tell because I can't see the corners of some of these.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll tell me.
Which one are you aiming at?
I can't see the corners, so I can't tell if this one's standing or this one's standing.
This guy is standing. The other one is fallen prone.
Then this one here.
Okay.
All right. That's a 17.
That's one shy.
Surprise attack, because it didn't know I was here.
It has 360-degree vision. If you can see it from 40 feet, it can see you from 60 feet.
Gotcha. Okay. That's my turn.
If you had been like, John, I want to move up stealthily to this corner, blah, blah, blah. But it's fine. Okay.
That's me.
This animated armor leaps up on this thing, will move its full 50 feet, tumbling down, falling prone like an asshole. This animated armor pushes through its comrades, dashing. We'll get here, which is its entire movement. Sees both of you.
Oh my god.
But we'll choose to target the closer one. And then Vagina Sphinx takes a breather. Woo! What a chaotic situation. How are you?
Not great.
My
team is dying.
That's unfortunate. Unfortunately, I also don't care. However, you have completed my panicked riddle, which I am bound and obligated to reward you for. What would you like to know?
I would love to know how to shut down these armor
Oh,
so they no longer stand.
yes. All you must do is activate both orbs of command, and they will all be shut down.
That is great knowledge, and I thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Goodbye. She runs off.
Like
into
the
the
bitch.
dark. The Sphinx's knowledge is omniscient. It cries.
Could have asked if
animated armor.
truncated timetable would have been accepted as well as an answer.
What a stupid fucking.
My god.
Like, answer a riddle and
Truncated.
you get a question
Edit.
answered back. And it's just, alright, there you go.
I take what is offered.
Oh, fuck. That's really funny. The animated armors keep on coming and they don't stop coming.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop.
And they
Alrighty.
arrive.
Rye, you backed yourself into a corner, my man. What do you do?
I got another nice bottleneck going. So earlier you said that they won't disturb the table,
Yeah.
but they did disturb the plinth.
Uh-huh.
All right, so they're just different. All right, I am going to. Is this table bolted down? This round one right
Yeah.
here.
It could be moved.
Okay, I am going to artfully dive over it and push it into this bottleneck right here.
Okay.
Ooh.
Give me an athletics check to push the table forward. I don't think that's enough to quickly move this heavy wooden table. You slide on the carpet. You quickly realize you're more pushing against the carpet than you are the table. As you disengage to get over there and not get slammed.
And some sorcerer cast a spell that made sure that the carpet won't budge and create those like bunched up wrinkles.
The
that would be in
carpet's
bad
bolted
taste.
down.
It's magically bolted down.
Okay, Terrence.
All right. I will yell out. Activating both orbs will shut down the armor. So says the Sphinx. The Sphinx. Do we know where they are? And then I move 30 feet forward.
I know where they are.
I think I'm going to use my action at this point to dump 12 of my remaining 15 lay on hands onto myself. So I'm as healthy as I can and still have a little tiny bit of healing left.
Okay. You also see the Sphinx who's like trying to get back to her plant. She can go back to being an exhibit.
She puts her head around the corners like, ooh.
Yeesh.
Better
Bonus
wait it
action,
out.
teleport, awkward. She
That's as far as I can get this turn.
She's my new
Ramul,
favorite
do you want me to take you out of combat? Like, what are you...
No, I'm good. I'm walking up, John. Dwarves
Alright.
don't run. Okay, you know, it better be very serious and very important for running, all right? It's like
Yeah,
not gonna work
for
for my
sure.
legs.
Everybody's sprinting after each other down the
I'm
hallway.
having a great time, by the way. Let
meandering,
me be very
slowly.
clear.
He's like whistling and walking like a dwarf from Snow White. And just...
I got my new walking stick, the glaive, you know, it's fine.
This thing has to dash. It dashes. Unfortunately, there's so much shit on the ground, it is difficult terrain. Just with how many animated armors are there. There's still like 8 turns left. So hopefully you guys can resolve this before they wake up and then just not be here.
Could be anything, you know.
This
None of the
animated
armors
armor
try-
moves forward to beat the hell out of Rye. But it has to dash. And only gets there between the seats. The north seat, it gingerly places like in with its free item interaction.
You said the Sphinx is going back to its plinth, right?
You don't know what the Sphinx is doing, dude.
I think
Could be
that's something
anything.
you said a little while ago.
I said it. You have no way of knowing.
Well, I'm asking if the animated suits of armor antibodies who seem very focused on their
I will
enemies
tell
don't-
you if it becomes relevant. I have not lied or cheapskated you before. Stop doubting me. Right. Stop doubting me, Andy. Stop it.
No
Ar-
trust.
Turio, that brings us to you, bud. As this guy comes down.
I don't think Arturio would even consider trying to move this table, mostly for multiple reasons. And also he doesn't have the strength. So I think he will continue his strategic plan, back up and fire his crossbow. Missing widely.
You will critically miss. You show you are weak. However-
Just shoots the ceiling.
Arturio, you were closer to the guy who, like a dipshit, fell prone. And he will spend his movement, getting up, move, 12.5, dash, end up right there, on top of his friend like an idiot. This guy will move into the room where Rye is, being cognizant not to step on any tables. The Sphinx gets to go. We'll creep up with a stealth check, which it is not very stealthy. Decent.
Ooh, not bad.
Above passive perception. We'll quickly realize it might get seen by these blindsiders. It's already been seen, and shit. She's just gonna run up and start swinging like, ambush! I am a predator without equal! She claws twice.
Oh, fuck!
Damn.
Bringing one animated armor to 1. Shit! He cries out.
She just, like, double karate chops it in the head.
Sha sha! The animated armor is bowled over, turns around, and sends a cross counter to Slammer. It will hit on a 6, which goes to 3. Shit! Ow! I just want to go back to bed. Rye, that brings us to you. You're surrounded by 3 animated armors again.
I call out, shouting across the library. It won't touch the tables. Pen them in. And then, because this carpet is so perfect and magically won't crease or move, I dive under the table and slide across the carpet to try and slide out through this. Yeah.
Alright, I need an acrobatics check. We're gonna say it's DC 15. You try to slide across this carpet, but the traction's so much. You get, like, underneath the rim of this table. Do you disengage first before you make this movement?
Yeah.
Okay. You still have the rest of your movement and your action. But you quickly realize you're gonna have to crawl. Like, under
What's the crawl movement?
It's just half movement for prone.
Yeah, not worth it. Alright,
You
I
just hide
whip
under
out
the
the
table.
cross.
You could try hiding under the table.
No, they know where I am. I'm just gonna crossbow at this dude's kneecaps.
Okay.
Under the table at him.
Take a shot.
Kneecaps.
13's not
13.
enough.
God damn.
What is the current... Does Rye have any of the Codex orbs?
No.
Codex?
It hit
No,
the
I
dragon,
let go
then he
of
had to
the
run. And
Other
this-
blue one and
Yeah.
Oh, you never told me what insights I gathered from the intelligence saving throw where the book blasted through my mind again after the blue
You're-
orbs coat.
Quite busy right now. We can talk about that if you survive.
Your insight is you might die here.
Okay.
Got it.
Any other movement, Rye?
Yeah, I just sort of wiggle as far to the center under this table as I can get.
Okay. I'll put you there, alright? Just right in the middle of that table. Between 4
Just-
squares. Alright, Terrence.
John, I'm going to move up 10, 20, 30 feet to stand next to Arturio, and I'm going to yell out, "A riddle for you, Great Sphinx. What happens when you slap an armor that's unconscious in the head? Repeatedly, over and over again."
It
And then I
dents!
will ready enact.
She uses her
What was the-
reaction to cry out, "It dents!"
You are correct. I have treasure for you
Fuck!
if you wish to come this way. And then I will ready an action to swing my sword at the next animated armor that comes within range.
Alright, she's going to use all of her legendary actions right now to make 3 claw attacks. Which will kill.
Oh.
And she is in contact with this guy who is, oh shit, in the back. Hit and then miss for a 16.
Ooh.
I want my treasure! Alright, you said you readied an action?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
using my reactions ready in action to hit the next animated armor that comes within range. Not the
Remove-
Sphinx. If the Sphinx comes in range, the animated armor.
Hi, John.
Understood.
I walk up 25 feet. I don't see anything.
No, you're great.
Have a great day.
The animated armor gets to go. It moves forward. Dashes straight to you, Terrence.
I will swing at it.
Swing, swing. You crit.
I crit.
Are
I
you
will
obligated?
expect. Of course, I'm obligated. Plus, not being obligated is just smart at this point. I have one extra first level spell slot after this smite. Hold on, I gotta turn all my shit on. Yep. And, yep. Oh, I forgot to turn that on too. Okay, good. And damage. That's a lot of ones. All right, 10, 22 plus 12 is 34.
It's at 2 health.
Almost.
36.
Okay.
22. Yeah, 22, 25, 9. Yeah, 34. Alright, it's at 2. Almost.
That's fine.
That was its entire movement to get taken down to 2 health. This thing will move like so. And he's going to do what's known as push a chair in and try to shove you. I need you, Rye, to make me an acrobatics or athletics check against a DC 17 push.
I should do athletics because this should be strength for strength, right? Or am I...
You can choose.
Oh.
You could try to dodge, you can try to avoid it, or you could try to withstand it and push back.
I'm gonna do acrobatics and try and, like, pencil my body so that the legs in this chair just miss me perfectly.
Okay. You will get shoved 5 feet. Ugh. That was its entire action and movement. The guy next to you will try to stomp on the floor now that you are within 5 feet of it, as it tries to slam you. Slam! 21, and then 20.
Do those qualify for the uncanny dodge?
Yeah.
I see him, right? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So half 11, so 5 damage.
You don't combine it. So you can take the 4 and then subtract, or you could have the 7. In which case you'll take 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll have the 7,
Mm-hmm.
making it 7.
Okay, you suffer 7. That was his
That's how
turn.
math works.
What was that?
That's how math works. If you have 7, you get 7.
This guy will actually really hurt the Sphinx.
Ooh.
Or 4 plus 3 is often 7 as well. Ow. Ow. Arturio.
Arturio will he will when does this guy go? He's gonna ready his crossbow to shoot as soon as this guy dies at the closest standing armor.
Alright. This creature gets to go. He will move to attack the closest person, which is the Sphinx. He'll shove his friend in the corner so that he's just out of the way. This guy next to Rye can't reach him. He just can't retry. There's not enough space here. Okay. That's unfortunate. Sphinx has to go. She will claw. She wants whatever you're offering her in exchange for her answer to the riddle. She'll miss both times in sheer haste. This animated armor's dead. That brings us back to Rye.
Alright, bruised and bleeding. Can I crawl through here?
Definitely not.
Disengage? Alright.
One creature, maybe, but not through both.
Alright. This way?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. I'm gonna crawl out, and disengage, and crawl out.
Okay.
And then...
Just dash under a different table.
Literally, that is what I'm gonna do. And dive under this table right here.
Okay.
Such a good
Got a lot more chairs.
Yeah.
You just start shoving chairs in the unit.
Pulling them in.
Yeah. Okay, Terrence.
I will swing my scimitar. We're to bring
Alright.
this guy down.
That'll miss.
That will fail. I will attempt to bonus action shove him prone.
Okay.
An athletics check in the
Yep.
attempt to be able to take him out at advantage.
You old
Can I
awesome
shoot
pro?
him? Oh, you're knocking him prone.
I'm knocking him prone so that I can
Oh.
swing at advantage
You
for a
hit?
Yeah,
22.
do we skip Artie again?
Minimum kills. I believe you do not smite there. We
I
did not
sure do
skip
not.
party.
No, he didn't. I really didn't actually.
And then that's my action. Bonus action with my movement. I will move 10, 20, 30 feet this way. I can see the Sphinx, and I will start rummaging in my pack to be ready to give her her reward.
Alright.
This one's prone?
Yeah, that's prone. Basically,
And that is my turn.
everything in the front of this hallway or in this choke point is unconscious.
Okay.
The Sphinx will do what is known as make her legendary actions that I've been skipping and sort of building up so that I can just do them all at once. Which will be 2 hits. First guy, and then first guy is 3 overkill. Boop. Give me my
Nice.
reward! That brings us to Ramul.
Hello, John. I'd like to move up 25 feet to here. That's me. Thank you.
You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for being you.
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
The animated
the ginger
armors continue
stroll
to
action?
chase after Rye.
You take the leisurely walk action.
Yeah.
He will move 25 feet. He's going to shove this chair into you, trying to push you to the other side of the table again.
Yeah. Can I attempt again my pencil maneuver to
Yeah.
avoid
DC 12
Chair.
this time.
acrobat? It's an acrobatics skill check, right? Okay.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You get shoved 5 feet. Rye.
I have +4 dexterity.
Yeah. You're not a trained acrobat, man.
Andy's got the bad RNG seed tonight.
This guy moves. He
Yeah.
has to dash to get within 50 feet of you. God
He can't
damn
hit
it, dude.
And he also blocks the other guy from being
Yeah.
able to get access to you. If we could get
See,
you
if
out
they
of
were
that room.
smart, they were like, no, you get him. You'll be within range. But no, they're stupid. Fucking
This is just such
Really-
a slow burn of tension. It's great.
Arturio.
I'm really picturing like the Goombas from the 1980s Mario Brothers movie, like just these broad-shouldered idiots like bumping into each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I run. I walk up. I hustle up. I don't see anything. I think that I can shoot. I mean, maybe. I mean, I can see something, but I don't. I think this bookcase is in the way. So I'm gonna continue moving forward with my crossbow drawn. Madam Sphinx. And
Grovel!
I'll like point.
She just immediately tells you.
I hold up my crossbow at the one whose back I can see, and then I drop to my knees while still holding the crossbow. Please, allow me to defeat this enemy for you.
Nope. You don't know how to answer a riddle.
Oh.
She says this while she's like putting both hands on the animated armor that's swinging at her. Stop it! Stop it! Ow! Ow! She'll suffer 3 and 2, which is often 5. This animated armor moves up, having to dash. Rye is just going from bad situation to worse consistently.
Can he kick the can down the road long enough?
The Sphinx.
How many
Trying to get
cans
there
are
for
we kicking?
rounds.
Yeah.
Fun rounds.
Ow. Oh my god, the Sphinx fails
God
her
damn it, Sean,
attacks.
you can't get me to get your reward.
I'm working on it.
All right.
She steps over everything. She's actually technically hovering or levitating, but we don't.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She has a fly speed. Basically, she is a strange monster with hover paws, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why. She doesn't have wings from what the token shows. But here we are. Rye.
I reach out to the shin of the armor right in front of me.
Okay.
I blow on my finger for luck, and go in for a shocking grasp.
You hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You hit
Deal
him.
7 and you kill. You do more than 7.
Oh,
Yes.
You shock his cankle.
Please tell me that this crumpled construct body is still in the way of his fellows.
I could tell you
What
that.
is-
But he's tried really hard all session to not lie to you.
I ready action.
You've
No, I don't
used
get
your
a
action to
bonus
cast
like
a cantrip.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm good. I'm and I'll just use my movement to get back to a center position under the table.
Okay.
Bonus action dodge.
You can't dodge.
You can't
not?
bonus
There's nothing to
action dodge. That's a monk thing.
So I just nestle myself in back to the center of the table.
What
Okay.
the fuck is even the point of cutting action if you can't dodge?
It's a monk
There's
thing.
so many things you can do with cutting
You can
action.
hide, dash, and
only
disengage.
cutting action were a
We
good
haven't
ability,
seen
you know?
Andy use any of those things
Only.
today.
He has been using disengage nonstop. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I was
he's
gonna say,
just
I
Yeah,
have-
if
I
only
have been
cutting action was
using
good.
over and over and over again.
Sure.
Does hide wouldn't do anything for me? They know where I am, right? Like I can't like that. You know, bad guy looks under the table. It doesn't look like there's anyone under there because I'm like Mission Impossible inside the like support strut of the table and seemingly off the floor and gone. Like, can I hide that way and it'll work?
Maybe you could like cling onto the top of the table and pull yourself up. That way, when they look down, they might not see you.
Yeah, that's what he described.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just
then
restated.
I'll-
I wanted to show I was listening, so I restated what he said.
And I'll hide by somehow ensconcing myself within the table's construction.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
I get advantage on those.
You get advantage on those. Wow.
If only there were other places you could have
Good thing.
It's a good thing
Yeah,
you have
you got
advantage
22.
on those, right?
Oh, I get the advantage. Okay.
Okay, Terrence. While Rye was narrating, the Sphinx used her legendary actions to claw the final animated armor that she can engage with. You owe me. Come here.
I'm coming. I'll move 10, 20, and then 25 to here. And I will offer 3 treasures to the Great Sphinx. Power, glory, and knowledge. First, glory. Spoils of war, as I pull 2 Minotaur horns out of my pack and hand them to her.
I hate Minotaurs. How did you know?
Second, power. And I reach into my pack and I pull out a pouch of flour. Did you know that if you light this on fire, it will explode?
She throws it. Just immediately.
Immediately. Love it.
Did it
And
explode?
then last, knowledge. I will pick out the book that I've been carrying now for 2 floors and hand her my copy of Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand.
I love Ayn Rand. I too am partially a statue.
Don't let the establishment get you down.
You are an honorable paladin. Unlike that one, she says, looking at Arturia. Look at the sniveling rat. However, it's been way more than 6 seconds. Ramul!
Hi. John, I move up, and I think I'm 120 for some more shooting, right? Isn't it 120? I've never actually had to look at the distance on this thing. 120. I can't reach him. All right, that's me. Thanks.
Okay.
There's some clattering going on over there. No one's called for my help, though, so they're probably fine.
True.
I mean, I called for your help like 8 turns ago, but that was like...
That was like 8 turns
over
ago.
me.
No one's called again. Yeah.
Alright,
good.
this animated
2 hours.
armor
That's
flips
fine.
to the table, making a strength check.
Oh, no.
He lost his visual target. It logically deduces that target is underneath the table, so the only responsible thing to do is to flip the table. Now, this is a heavy-ass Putin
I thought
level
they were
table.
so respectful of the tables.
They used to
He's
be,
picking it up.
however, you superseded its protocols, so now it's going to flip it. In fact, it is going to give advantage to the next animated armor to flip it. Because they've had to do this before.
Hey, bro, help me flip this table.
You got
Hey,
it.
step bro.
Arturio, it's your turn. You hear a groaning of wood in this little occultist-themed room. You're groveling.
I am groveling. I'm on my knees. The target I was about to shoot got fucking clawed to death super intensely.
You're also covered
I
in
will-
flour, because she threw flour at you specifically.
At me. Wiping my eyes, I lower the crossbow. Our
Watery belt instantly makes bread dough.
I got a yeasty belt. Oh no. I have a magic belt that's yours if you can get it off me, and our peasant dwarf has a glaive.
How
that is yours.
forward of you, an insect, to come to me, asking for me to remove your trousers. Here's a riddle.
No, not the trousers, just the belt. But my brother's in there, and he's about to die.
I've spent
I
way
must
more
go-
than 6 seconds talking. So have you now. Make an
I
act.
must go to him, and I'll stand up and begin moving again.
Okay.
Yeah, passing right by her.
You will do so. She will not attack you in the back.
Not yet.
You're an insect to her.
Yeah, but she seems like the kind of person that would step on it, bugs.
It's true.
You haven't left her threatened area yet.
Also true. However, she does not use a legendary action to cleave you in twain. This animated armor is getting an advantage on flipping a Putin table. The Putin table's quite heavy. I don't believe it's lighter than a plinth, though, so we're going to say DC 15 at advantage. Huh! That's 19. Rye, you hold onto the top of a table. These things can't see you, thus they can't attack you until you start hearing the groaning of wood. Someone is pushing on one side, another one is pulling on the other, and the entire table flips over. Suddenly, your back is pointed towards the air rather than the floor. You hold on to the table's edges as you look up at two glowering JoJo-level animated armors staring at you. Both of them lacking an action to attack.
Do I have a reaction to this at all?
Not
my
taking
turn?
damage.
Okay. For my reaction, I just call out, Noble Sphinx, I would like a riddle.
Oh, you want a riddle? She pops over here using all of her movement. 60 feet, just hovering over the floor on her anti-grav paw pads, apparently.
She pushes Arterio down on the ground, like to turn and fly.
And she will cast a 3rd level Dispel Magic to get rid of the animated armors to riddle you. Both animated armors will make con saves. One will fail, which is this guy up here. The guy who just went gets to go. She looks at it. I spent my turn casting a spell. You'll get your riddle next turn. Oh, wait, I have legendary actions. It's your turn, Rye.
Which guy is knocked out?
The guy to your immediate left with the blue dot. There's like 7 or 6 turns on these guys, by the way, team.
I'm going to
That's
start
generous.
that here shortly.
And I'm exposed, right? So I can just dash places. I don't have to crawl anywhere.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna dash around behind the Sphinx.
Okay. Oh, how forward? You cower behind the Sphinx and a table.
Correct.
Brother!
As my legendary action, I will give you a riddle, which you will use your reaction to speak the answer to.
But before that riddle, John, we should take a quick break.
You want to take a quick break? We're so close. There's one guy left. Come on, let me do my riddle, please.
Go, riddle.
After the break.
All right, we'll take
Don't give him a
quick
chance to
little
think
break.
over the break.
Oh, that's a good enough point as any. We'll be right back, everyone. Woo!
Cliff-
Hello, everyone. We are back immediately into the action. Let me turn off my sad break music. Get us back into a little bit of combat. You have a riddle you must answer immediately. Rye, are you ready? Andy, are you here?
Ready. I'm here.
What
Ready.
is so fragile that saying its name breaks it?
Trust.
Arturio chimes in, silence.
You don't get to answer, you groveling worm. I like trust better. She'll give you a pat with her big-ass claw.
Oh, I thought Andy said crust.
I heard trust. Was that
I
not what
heard
you
I said
said?
trust. I said trust. As in saying trust me could potentially break trust.
The Sphinx glowers at you. Did you say like a pizza crust?
No, I said trust. Trust me.
You're demonstrating that your answer is superior to silence. Fuck you. She shouts at Arthur. He's gonna kill the animated armor because it's the last one. This is your knowledge, how powerful I am. She starts swinging immediately. Right, it's your turn. What do you do?
I drop to my knees and thank the Sphinx for what an excellent riddle and what a good piece of education.
True.
You're most wise.
You
Oh, you
praise the
found a
Sphinx as she uses her 5 attacks in a round to just rip the animated armor apart.
Jesus.
Uh,
And may I also compliment your brutality. I wish I could fight like you fight.
if only. But you are a weak human. Now kill all the things that are incapacitated, quick, before they revive.
I'm already swinging.
I was gonna say, can I run up and start wailing on this guy?
You guys you have shown that you are capable of defeating these things within a few seconds. These 5 might give trouble, but with a paladin getting an advantage, I'm going to be hand-waving the rest of this encounter so that we are not here for more than we have to be. The Sphinx will clear off her shelf, where she will slowly rest down on, where you guys are just sort of doing your thing. She watches you for maybe another, however long it takes, 20, 30 seconds. As John tries to
Has Donatello not done anything?
Donatello was never there, Rye. You look up for the Ninja Turtle, but now that multiple people can potentially see him, he's just not there. What a mystery. Party.
I go over to. Okay.
I'm sorry. Go
ahead,
for it,
go
Ryan.
ahead. I was gonna say I go over to the fireplace where I saw him standing before.
You will go to the fireplace. You will look at a lovely couch. A lovely carpet. You abandon your teammates to kill off the rest of the animated armor, and the party regroups. I'm just going to move you all into one room. Or you guys can move yourselves. Here.
Donatello's
Brother.
room?
Indeed.
When
Okay.
you shouted for us, I was so worried. I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. I don't know that we're out of the woods yet because I swear I saw somebody waiting in this room who had swords. A turtle shell.
Guys, he's
Turtle shell.
Not crazy, he said, at 3 health, bleeding and bruised and looking absolutely concussed.
Well, this couch is pretty
Yeah.
comfortable.
We'll set up a watch rotation. You definitely rest first.
Rye, you collapse on the couch, exhausted. these past 2 minutes or so being the most lively in your entire life. It's kind of crazy how far you've come from... Oh, fuck. The orbs, Rye.
Yeah, did the blue orbs finish collapsing on each other?
You haven't checked. You need to go check.
All right, I jump off the couch, spilling blood and sweat everywhere, and run down the hallway to go check on the orbs.
You guys watch Rye just chase after the carpet, stumbling over hundreds of pounds of just bronze as he runs for his life.
I told you he's fucking losing it. Rye, where are you
Yeah,
going?
he'll be back.
Be back. Rye, you stare at a golden dragon statue that on its back has a singular orb now.
Just one orb?
The two seeming to have merged together. It's much smaller now. Rather than being the size of like a fucking rolly ball, it's the size of a watermelon.
Cool. I pick it up.
You pick it up. It's quite heavy. It's made out of some kind of crystalline format, and as you stare into it, you see some strange arcane letters that... let me delete that. Quick, there we go. Yeah, I mean, strange arcane letters.
Cool. I walk it back to the teleportation circle.
So, you take the teleportation circle. I will move you if I can. No, I won't. Here, I'm just gonna copy paste you. You're suddenly dead, having been made into a new person. Oh, I actually killed you.
I can't see anything.
Copy paste.
I am literally looking at a black screen.
Yeah, that's my fault. I'm sorry. Alright's dead, guy. I killed him.
My last 3 HP went in the teleporter.
Where are you? Guys, I don't see any of
Splat.
the player characters. There you are, Rye. Sorry about that. Rye, as you step off the teleporter, you will see that this door begins to open automatically.
Oh, yeah. I walk through.
You just walk straight through without telling your party?
I call out to them. I'm going through the door, guys.
Come back and rest, you asshole.
Does this door open as well?
It does not.
Okay. All right. I won't go up the stairs yet. I'll walk back.
Okay.
Please realize how much it takes the paladin to call you an asshole.
It hurts him.
It hurts me. But it would hurt
Okay.
you worse to walk up the stairs.
You
He
return
literally
showing
has
them.
lost ability to cast any spell until he makes it up to his deity.
Party, you may all begin, I assume, a long rest.
Fuck.
Oh no, I'm good. I should probably just short rest. Probably
Yeah, you guys could short rest if you want.
need a short
Oh.
rest. Is what I
Oh no, my internet.
suggest.
Hello? Hello?
Couple. John, you
It's not sure that.
Did the stream crash? Hello?
I think this is a Discord
What?
issue.
Discord is crashing.
What's funny is I can see the street, and I can see.
What?
Ooh.
Thank you.
Alright.
Sorry about that. Discord just spasmed. Everyone, please take the benefit of a long rest. And if you would be so kind, tell me what you're doing during that long rest. It's 8 hours.
I think Arturio, besides like watching his brother, and looking for signs of distress as he sleeps, his brother sleeps, he also spends much of his time trying to figure out how to not ruin the wood floors by making them sopping wet, because that would be horrific in his mind.
You can sit by the fire if you want.
Yeah, I think that would certainly help, but probably not solve the problem at the rate at which I'm dripping.
Yeah. Does it really matter?
I think I might try and like pull one of the carpets over if they are able to be moved at all.
Yeah, you move a carpet over next to the fireplace and start dripping on it for 8 hours.
Create like a little levee of carpet that just pulls the water around the fireplace. You have a little hot tub going.
Yeah. I mean, there's an empty sarcophagus. You could go and, like, sit in that.
You know, I considered it, and then I realized Arturio would 100% not.
Oh, okay. What is other people doing during this time?
If I ponder my orb for like a portion of the long rest,
Oh.
does the insight check that I got earlier me any
For
information?
sure. Rye, you look at this blue magical orb. You look into the crystalline engraved runes that have been delicately chiseled within. This thing is an oddity of magic. It used to be over 3 times the size, and then when it gained more mass, it shrunk. This... it can't be real, you think to yourself, right? There's no way it can be real. Nothing in this entire place is real. You're in a memory of Arturio. You're looking at this orb, which is siphoning part of his magic and projecting an image of where you currently are. You quickly learn that this room isn't even real, Rye. That fire's not real. You're in the Matrix, bud.
And I rocked my insight check, so I can understand this.
Yeah. This is what you
I
get from
explained to the
pondering
team
your orb.
That what we see around us is constructed. It's not real. This place is made for us somehow.
Guys, Rise lost it. Obviously, this place is real. The wood is real. The carpet is dripping. There's real water physics. This would be an absurd simulation. There's no way this is
I'm
magical
really
illusion.
comfortable. Yeah, no, I'm really comfortable over here.
How could we have normally survived an encounter with a Sphinx and 20 animated suits of armor? This place is built for us. And I let them know also that the door unlocked up ahead where I over with the orb, so we do have access to the next floor.
Mhm.
Did you find anything at your end of the library before where I laddered?
Yeah, your brother found an orb. I found this glaive. John, what's this glaive do as I tinker with it? I don't have an attunement slot, but like...
Part of 5e is you do not need the identify spell to figure out how magical items work. During a long rest, you can play with them and try to figure out the source. I'm gonna have this be determined by an Arcana check from you, however, since this is
You got
not
it.
just a standard +1 glaive.
I mean, I know I am proficient with Arcana, John. So
Oh, let's-
papayam.
Yeah.
17.
This glaive, oh god, it is made out of some sort of silvered steel haft. It's quite heavy. This thing weighs several pounds more than what a normal glaive would normally weigh. The edge is also finely crafted, almost dwarf or maybe even gnomish craftsmanship that is currently, when you, God, I suppose, channel your magic into it as though you were attuning to it, but not, because I would never make you attune to an item, right? Once you start powering the edge of this weapon, you feel this innate, almost intuition. You need to kill dragons. That's what you need to fucking do, Ramul. This is a dragon-killing glaive. And also a +1 and also a weapon of warning. This thing's fucking goated as hell. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this thing seems great.
Yeah. I mean, it's no blessed war axe of your fucking Vilhama, but,
Still pretty good.
you know. When in need.
Can't have a
killing
shield
dragons.
though, so
Yeah. Will shield really help
yeah.
against a breath weapon, though?
I mean, it's like one turn combat with a dragon. You don't really want more than that.
True. Terrence, what are you doing?
Terrence is feeling pretty powerful after this dungeon. Like, these animated armors are strong, and he mowed through 4, 5, 6 of them over the course of the dungeon. He hears Rye spouting something off about this place not being real. It feels real to me, John. This is what I came here for. I'm getting stronger. I'm learning. I think I end up going and gathering multiple pieces and fingers from the gauntlets of all those armors that were destroyed. Use one of these tables to try to explain some battle tactics to Rye and everybody else. Using like a large gauntlet and naming it Terrence and several tiny fingers. And I put them behind the gauntlet. And I just keep putting the gauntlet in front of the things that are threatening us. And then I rest.
You rest.
I know
All of
something's
you-
coming up.
Benefit from a long rest. Whether, no one's gonna fucking listen to you, though, Terrence.
I don't know. But I feel good about it.
Good, I'm glad you do. Whenever you guys are ready to move on, or if you need an extra scene before heading out, now is the time to declare it.
Did y'all merge those two gems together y'all got? The one behind the bookshelf, the other one you got at the teleporter.
Oh wow.
What are we doing with those?
Arturia should still have the yellow one.
It's
I
true.
do.
Arturio, do you
Just-
ponder the orb at any point during your long rest?
Oh, of course.
Your orb teaches a spell.
Oh, sick.
Specifically, a cantrip known as the Magnificent Mage Hand. It is Mage Hand, which has a weight increase of what it can move by 30 pounds. You imagine that at one point you could have used this to move carpets around so that you all could be stealthy. But that approach was not engaged with at all. Maybe for the best.
Maybe.
Carpets are heavy.
Thank you.
Feel free to add that to your sheet if you want. Otherwise, I can begin moving us. Shmoving us.
Yeah.
As I gather you all, and then I'm going to drag you all to the door, in case none of
Please
you
do.
saw it. you all get to see what Rai saw briefly. You see this golden dragon statue with the blue orb. You see a teleporter. And then, of course, you see the staircase. Red and ominous. There's a heavy cloud of mist that also descends down. However, it does not leave this door. It just sort of lingers in this area. Is it time to push on?
I think so.
I think it is.
Good call.
We are about to push it to the limit.
You are. Party, you enter the stairwell. And we are going to have our last character catch-up. This John moves us to faces, and then he'll move you to a map in a bit. Ramul, you do not fall for the traps or tricks of cursed magical items. All you have to your name are blessed by the gods, weapons, a strong sense of justice, whatever that justice may look like, and the
That's right.
companions by your side. Are they your companions?
The companion by my side is unwittingly the one that I respect the most is the paladin. He has a sense of justice and a spine. Much with that I cannot say for Artie. And then Artie's brother I just feel sad for because he could have had such a much better life had he rolled better at character creation. But you know, things happen.
He didn't choose to get those scars.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, I don't regret a single time coming down here with these fellows.
Ramul, why are you here, though?
Power, John. Like, we're here for
Pure,
power.
simplistic power.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I'm forged of my own making, basically, from my bloodline to the continent I was born on to the time in which I was born.
What?
Nothing about my life says anything other than get more power.
What is the limit to that, if there is one? How far would you go before power is too much?
Yeah, so like one of the interesting thought experiments is like, would you like Thanos snap the whole world, except for it's not half the world, it's like all the world, so you could have another few moments to yourself? And the answer is, oh, most assuredly. So, Ramul is a selfish person, and there is never too much.
I beg you to maintain that thought going forward.
You got it, John.
Arturio! You, God, in a strange twist of priorities, having once been the coward of the group, you chased after your brother way ahead of the two frontliners by turns. For Ramul, he didn't even show up during the emergency situation where your brother's life was in danger. He was on the cusp of death, and you were the first responder. What was the, I suppose, difference compared to all the previous encounters where Rai has needlessly endangered himself?
What was different for me, or what was different?
Yeah.
What do I think was different? For
Arturio has had a character shift.
I don't know if he's had a character shift. I think his body moved before he could think. I think it was he had no idea where his brother was, and he heard a cry. And I think he, upon reflection, is reminded of times where his brother would go do adventurous and stupid and risky things around the city, out in the woods, getting into trouble, and would always like cry and not and be afraid. And I think that like something stirred within him when he heard his brother shout for help that reminded him of that younger, more helpless brother of his. And he left.
Can I? I'm so sorry. Can I get you to move like 30% closer to your microphone?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it was
Okay.
turned the wrong way. Is that better?
Much better. Arturio, I have to ask, is it the familial duty as an older brother, an older sibling? Is it the obligation of family coming first? Is it guilt for any action that might have horribly marred your brother's flesh? What is driving Arturio to such a loyalty for a brother who needlessly endangers himself, puts you in danger, puts the group in danger, and just sort of mavericks it up?
It's simple. It's that I care about my brother. I don't want to see him suffer. I don't want to see him fail. Not in a permanent way that can't be fixed.
Is such shallow reasoning worth risking your life for?
I think being here is a risk. Taking on this mission is a risk. And it's not... I can't stomach completing this mission while just standing by and letting my brother die.
And what is your mission?
Well, I thought it was to take my brother out into the world and help show him what he's missing and what he could have gained by going to college, and helping him secure a future and get out of his bad circles by making a little bit of honest money. And maybe that's still the case, but I think I'm also here to learn that I've realized there's a lot I wasn't taught by going to juicing college.
I was about to do Juice Boy. Terrence! Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Finish your thought.
Yeah, so, I'm not just here for my brother anymore. I'm here to apply what I've learned and gain true turn book smarts into real wisdom.
Okay. Terrence, speaking of wisdom.
Yes.
What have you learned coming here? Other than the power, blah, 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 you're confident, the flaming sword's carrying you. What have you learned?
Well, we came here seeking whatever evil was plaguing the land around this dungeon, but that is almost pushed to the edges of our minds. I've learned that something is not right. I don't know what it is. But I've also learned that my companions need protecting. Babul will challenge any fight that is in front of him, but he won't run into a fight. Rai will challenge anything, including logic and reason. I have to be there to save him. Arturio will do anything to save his brother. Even throw himself into harm's way. I must stand between the character flaws and the insecurities of my own team just to keep us all afloat. And so therefore, I'm losing sight of the end goal. It's all I can do to plug the gaps right now.
A man of sacrifice to plug the gaps in your team Please hold on to that thought moving forward.
Hmm.
Rye. You're tripping balls up this staircase.
I was gonna say.
There's no
Just
two
like-
ways about it. You are hearing so many voices in the gas, this vapor, this mist, that feels almost like a solid to you. Everyone else, it's just a gas. But for you, it is a heavy, dense cloud of almost granite. Just granite particles that you're pushing through. It's as if you're digging into the earth currently. And you yourself are a ghost, like an ethereal creature, like a wraith. Just dematerializing, pushing up the staircase, but you're going down. You have to be going down. Everything in your mind is telling you you are not going up. You're climbing up a staircase, but you are descending. Right, your nose is beginning to bleed. Your eyes
John,
are
I've read-
beginning to water. What?
I've read Annihilation. I know what happens here.
I don't know what that reference is, because I'm...
Oh, for real?
ignorant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe you
There's a
don't know
whole
that.
plot point around climbing down, climbing up. Is it a tower? Is it a tunnel? Like, there's a whole huge thing in this book about this. So.
I guess
Anyway,
you
sorry.
can
Enemy
say
is
that
always
author
down.
is not very original, then. If I've come up with
No,
it,
of course not.
so too.
That's like one of the last scenes in the movie, right?
Not that the movie is a huge departure.
Are we talking about Jacob's Ladder?
No.
Are we talking about the house that Carl built or whatever?
This is not House of Leaves.
I don't know what House of Leaf. No, I'm kidding. You are having this weird meta conversation with yourself, Rye. You're gaining knowledge at a rate you don't know how to deal with. What is the core fundamental belief that is driving you forward, even at this time, where all you want to do is collapse?
Just want to get back to those shitty sweet potatoes.
You're entirely food motivated?
I just want fresh air. I'm feverish from the fucking bracers of salamander. I'm hearing voices. I'm in like survival mode to just get out.
The dripping water.
Just want.
It's
Yeah, I
also-
just want. I would say I want fresh air, and I would like to like dive into a creek where I can just like be submerged in cold water.
That'd be so nice. Being back on the surface, being back in the world properly.
Yeah.
You can't help but feel an immense envy for everyone else out in the world existing while you're trapped down here in effectively hell.
We're up here.
Yeah. I'm up there, you're down here, I'm frozen in there. What I want to know is, where's the caveman? I
As
bring us
above, so below.
to a new map.
Holy fuck.
Party! You don't know where the stairs went. They're gone. You are in a cloudy void. Below you, on this flaming platform of pure onyx, in a pure hexagon, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. God, please tell me this isn't a septagon. It is a septagon. There are 7 sides.
The heft with an H.
Indeed.
gun.
Below you, on this pillar, there is a roiling storm of gases that are combating itself with dark blue water. This is almost like abyss level water, where light has never touched it before. And now it is being illuminated by this grisly red glow. One of you, steps back just slightly and sees how far this pillar goes, being hundreds of feet within the air, maybe 200, 300, you're unsure, but you know you can see below. This entire ominous, glowing, checkerboard pattern of fire, just illuminating, almost like Sauron. Before you is a grand archway made out of marble. In its dead center, there is a horned visage of a skeletal face that is glowing with the same fire that is illuminating the floor below you. In the dead center, there is a massive runic symbol that has been cracked in half in 3 parts, and then a soot ring has exploded outwards, likely from the magical discharge of whatever broke here originally. There is an ominous glowing spheroid just sort of sitting in the middle, warbling in the archway, and before this archway are 2 individuals, 2 creatures. One, a bright red, oozing with power man that immediately gets a emergency response from your glaive removal. You are staring at a dragon, disguised poorly as a human. In his hand, he is holding some sort of arcane catalyst, and he is apparently in argument with one of the most beautiful creatures any of you have ever seen. There's almost an enchanting... You know, I would demand a wisdom saving throw not to be enchanted, but I think we're past the point of, like, we're all not believing the scene for what it is, right? And the 2 are in arguments. This winged celestial is wearing a great big black hat, which I do not have on the token, unfortunately. On their side, that is a great big sword. Maybe not a great sword, but just a really long sword. Maybe a bastard sword would be the correct term. Even though it's a long sword stab block, don't worry about it. And they seem to be arguing. Give me 1 second to drink water. The guy on the left, this red man, says in exasperation, all we had to do was not break the symbol. Why did you break the symbol? And the feminine-voiced celestial goes, it doesn't matter if I broke it or not. Mortals had to come in here anyway to activate it. Here they are. Look at them. Look, they're there. See? And he says, we did not want mortals involved. The whole purpose of me being here is because you do not need henchmen. Why am I here if you needed henchmen? You could have hired them. And he turns to whoever's in front, which looks like Terrence, and just asks you, what is your rate, Paladin?
Weight or rate?
Rate. R-A-T-E.
I cannot be bought, sir.
The Celestial raises their hands and Victor. See, this is why we need plots and schemes and machinations. He's here now because of what I did. And this guy looks so frustrated, like he's about to just pop or have an aneurysm. He says, it wasn't a machination. There was no scheme. There was no plot. You literally walked in here and ravaged the place. And the Celestial just puts a hand to their lips and says, I mean, kind of, but not really. It wasn't a ravishing. It was more like a larceny. And she looks back to the Paladin, or they, whatever, and calls out, what's the difference between a larceny and a ravishing?
Context?
Emotional state of the...
What has happened here?
You haven't figured it out?
Are one of you S2?
Ha ha ha! The Celestial starts laughing. See? We leave behind messages! Tell me, did my graffiti inspire you to come looking down here?
No, we were already looking down
Thank
here
you.
when we found the writings.
Thank you, yes! She didn't do anything. She's an idiot.
I raise my hand.
Yeah, you raise your hand. They continue to argue while you do so.
I mean, it was one of the clues and gave us some power to get over some things. These two put on. This one put on 2 of them, and this one put on 1 of them for sure.
See, they carry
one
the
put on another
tokens
one.
too.
I don't have
Finally,
any
you
of the
guys can
tokens.
fix this. Yes.
I don't have any of the tokens, but they 3 did.
All right. Whoever has your tokens, come here. Your sacrifices will not be in vain.
I'm sorry?
I'll step forward slightly, but stay out of the runes.
You do so. Did you not hear me? Did you not understand why you're here? They don't understand. And this celestial nods their head. Yes, it's the way of mortals. They never understand until it's too late.
Teach me.
I think I've read this Neil Gaiman novel, but you could clue me in just in case.
This person immediately blinks to you, Arcturio.
Whoa.
You know Neil Gaiman?
I've read his work. Well, I mean, Terry Pratchett also, arguably, contributed more.
Everything went downhill after Pratchett died, didn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, stand on the circle, please. I will explain everything in due time. Except for the dwarf, he doesn't have any of the items.
Okay, dragon.
I'm not a dragon.
You said something about a
Liar.
sacrifice? You just need the items, right?
Yes, the items. We will break
What
the
happens to
curse,
us?
free you of the items, and then we will repair what someone... And she stares at the red guy, this disguised dragon. It's like, I didn't break it! Don't look at me, lady!
I'm
She's
sorry,
like,
what will
"Okay."
we be sacrificing?
What?
You mentioned a sacrifice. What are we sacrificing?
The items.
If
okay.
I may,
Yes, they
a
are
ravishing
designed to be
zip.
sacrificed. That's... Didn't you read the gnomish inscription?
Wait, what?
Does nobody keep notes? Who's your lore keeper? Who's the one who keeps you on track?
Oh, I don't read Gnomish. Oh, wait, I do understand Gnomish.
Oh, inscribed in. This was the note that was inscribed in the entombing of these items. It was in the lid.
This guy just, like, goes and starts bashing his head against the stone archway. Just in pure frustration.
Can we get a
Arturio,
reminder?
Arturio, will you back off of the plinth that you're standing on?
No,
Stay-
stand
stay
on the
with us.
plinth. You too.
No. We'll
Wait.
we'll
Are you sacrificing us or the items?
The items! The gnome says sacrifice the items, repair the seal. Somebody broke the seal. Do you guys want Tiamat to awaken? What's
Of course
wrong with
not.
you?
But I'm not
I
seeing any
mean-
fine print to sign, so I'm just trying to understand. Because you're being...
Paladin, can
little
you just
vague.
sniff me already? So you know I'm not a dragon at least?
Definitely a dragon.
You sniff. And although you cannot detect what is a dragon, you can detect what is a celestial. And you immediately focus on this creature that is ringing so deafeningly of their celestial origin. It is as though you were standing before a demigod.
Interesting.
Hi, yes. Can you tell your friend who keeps calling me a dragon that I am, in fact, an angel from heaven?
Nah.
She speaks the truth.
I mean, the angel is an angel, but the other one's a dragon. The red
Ignore
one's
the
a
dragon. He's just a dragon I bribed and or threatened.
Why not?
I look
Okay.
to the center gate that's here. You said
Yeah,
something
that's
about
a mistake.
an
Give me a
orb.
perception check.
Getting there slowly.
You
They
stare at this
re-alphabetized them.
energy warbling ball and see nothing else.
Is there any writing, John? As like, we're standing here? Is there any writing on anything?
If there is, it's such fine print that you'd have to get closer. You're 50 feet
Yeah,
away.
you got it close. Okay. Yeah, you got it.
Ryan,
No,
where
I'm
are
just
you
standing in
looking
the
at right now?
I am, curious about this archway, but also thinking about they were talking about when we came in, and larceny is a crime of opportunity, ravishing is a crime of passion. So I don't know if the notion is that something was stolen intentionally or a spontaneous act, but it
Right.
matters.
As you look at this archway, you look at this warbling ball. And although you've passed almost all of your intelligence saving throws thus far, why don't you give me another one? Because you're so attuned to this, like, weird realm you're in. You can even do it at advance. It doesn't matter. You pass on an unnatural 20.
Every time.
Right. You
Really see the
what is
forest and the
whispering.
trees at all times.
What has been
Street smarts.
whispering to you? Behind this archway, behind that warbling ball, which is creating such energy, such heat, that it is flowing down into this heavy pillar of apparently immolated rock, pure rock, is generating enough heat within the water that is cooling it, that it is creating a countryside full of steam that is leaking out of reality. And you will suffer a casual, just by being in this creature's presence, or noticing what this thing is. Where are you? Where's my D8s? 6 plus 7 is 13. 14 points of psychic damage, as I will bring their token onto the map.
Behalf
Boop.
of that.
You, and only you, Rai, see 6 figures blended within a group of 3, as though they are all warbling in and out of reality, clinging on to one another. 2, well, 4 technically, by their left and right hands, and then another 2, which are sort of layered on top of each other, onto their backs. It is a strange trifecta of 6 entities that are all staring at you. And immediately your face is just starting to crumple and recoil.
I'm the only one who could see it.
Yep.
I describe the scene to the people around me.
Oh, he saw her. He's infected. You have a brain worm, sir?
What?
Sir?
No,
What's your
no-
name?
no-
Sir, do you remember your name?
No brainworm, just clarity.
Yeah, alright, he's losing it. We need to get rid of these items quick. Oh, he's even got the worst one on. And he's... Oh my god, sir. You're so hot.
I toss the blue orb to the Celestial to see if they'll just catch it on instinct.
You throw the blue orb and realize it was never there. That blue orb never existed, Rye. For the
Oh, I
others
just
who
here, catch,
real-
and just hold my hand out.
You pick up the orb from wherever you were holding it. It's a watermelon-sized thing, so it's not like you one-hand it. You throw it. Everyone else watches the orb just fly straight and clip through this person, doing absolutely nothing to them. Ramul, this is terrifying. You're dealing with a celestial ghost. But for Rai, it's literally release, and then there's just nothing in the air.
They're... Terrence, they're really here?
Yes, I'm really here.
I can sense them, Arturio.
I want out.
She's the
Let me
celestial.
out. Come on. This guy's just still banging his head against the archway.
I'm gonna walk up to the dragon person and wave my hand at them,
What?
trying to make contact.
Don't touch me, mortal.
I try. Well, while they're turned around, I try and like touch their shoulder.
Yeah. You are going to get within 10 feet of this guy, and then you are going to be slapped as you try to touch this person by what feels like an invisible tail. He will critically fail both times and embrace you instead. You feel as though a 20-foot long, I don't know, 40-foot wide, cylindrical tentacle has now surrounded you.
What are the odds of that shit?
You might realize that below tail there is a creature name.
Yep.
Yeah. Do I get the sense that this is an illusion?
No. This feels entirely natural and real.
So they're putting their arms around me. However, I feel like I'm being wrapped by a tail.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't.
No, their arms are not touching you.
Oh. So they are not touching me, but I am being touched.
You are being touched by something invisible, yes.
Okay. Thanks. I just, there's been some weird illusion stuff going on. Tell me, and I'll try and, like, pull backwards and step backwards out of the
you're
tail.
fully embraced. It's like a kraken has you. You wanted this.
Have you been
You
the
better
ones
speak.
killing villagers
What?
in the town nearby?
No.
That's why we're here.
Okay. I don't care.
Well, we have the items you need, and we'd like some answers.
Yeah. He's just gonna move you onto the circle. Just stay there. Let the adults talk. It's okay.
John, I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Okay. You cast a spell.
I'll deplete one of my resources. I have one more left. That's what I'm concentrating on.
You all want a sit-down conversation, or are you gearing up to fight us? Because I really, he'll kill you all. I don't want to do anything. Like,
What I
Well-
sense here is beyond us. I have no need to fight you.
okay.
Well, we're just asking for answers, but you're refusing.
I'm not refusing anything. There's just so much going on, so much chaos. This guy threw an invisible water balloon at me.
I thought it was yours. I was trying to hand it back to you.
So if the seal is restored, no Tiamat. But if like the seal isn't restored, Tiamat happens. Like what is going on here? I've just been standing at the edge of just taking this all in a lot.
She ignores Rye.
But I speak up. Yeah.
Let's talk. Are you the leader of this
Hello.
group?
Why not? I didn't touch one of those items. They seemed scary. So
Well, these are, in fact... And she puts an arm around you. She lowers herself down to be at your height level. You're a short guy compared to this medium-sized
dwarf to dwarf.
Yeah. Rye, you get healed for 14 points away on hands. Leader to leader. She whispers conspiratorially in your ear, Ramul. Are you there? Hello, Ramul?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm looking.
Yeah. So your guinea pig friends that you've transported here are carrying the how would we say icons? No. It's like a totem fetish. You know what a fetish is? Not the sexual kind, but the...
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a totem. So those magical items your three companions are wearing, they're all connected to primal elementals. you know, the primal elementals, the guys who made this planet, who sealed away my grandmother and his mother. And we're trying to restore it so that she doesn't come back, because some dick-ass broke this thing. And we're kind of in charge of making sure she doesn't wake up. Because if she wakes up, bad things are going to happen. Like, real bad things. Now, for whatever reason, well, for many reasons, we needed mortals to come down here and carry them. Because, honestly, I don't have enough attunement slots. And that guy refuses to touch anything. Like, he hates touching items. He doesn't like being touched in general. I'm surprised he's dealing with your juice boy? I think you called him a juice boy, right?
Yeah, he goes by Artie.
Artie the juice boy, yeah.
He's a juice graduate.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't do my
Dr. Juicer.
PhD.
Yeah, Dr. Juicer.
I'm a doctor.
So, I'm a celestial. And she whispers this next bit specifically to you. So we're just gonna kill them, then bring them back real quick, and it'll be like nothing happened to them, I promise.
You don't have to do that second part if you don't want to, but like, do what you gotta do, because you're more powerful than all of us combined, so
I mean,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't like lording it over people. I like to give people the illusion that they can... You understand. You know what real power is, right?
I mean, I would like to. As I, like, put my arm back around the Celestial, I would love to know. Like, we're drinking buddies
like
now,
the
right?
Sphinx, how forward.
Yeah, we're like drinking buddies now. Like, yeah, spill that blood. It'll be delicious. Like,
Sarl, I'm taking this guy with us when we're done. I don't know if the other three want to come, but, you know, you're invited. You guys have... Honestly, you're implicated. That's the real reason. She starts laughing maniacally.
As she says, after we're done, you can come with us. I begin to relax a little bit.
Okay. Paladin boy.
There...
About you?
Was it you? Was it you who dropped all those people in the village?
No,
The mist surrounded them?
What the fuck are you talking about? No, it was an air elemental, dipshit.
What purpose would an air elemental have for dropping
This place
villagers?
is guarded by primordials. She starts spinning around in place.
Can you,
We didn't have
we
time in
insight
the
check that?
campaign, she says, to fight it. Or find out. I severely overestimated how long this would take. Or underestimated.
Terrence sighs and takes a step back.
Rye guy. Rye, my boy. You're sweating. You're hot. You're not thinking straight. Get on the thing, and we will make you feel better. And maybe save your brain from being devoured by Tiamat. Don't you want that? Don't you want to be back who you were?
I do.
Rye. No, you don't. You don't want to be who you were, a level 1 scrub pitied by his brother.
I just
Give me-
want fresh air.
You want fresh air so badly? You know it's behind the portal. All you have to do is run into it.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to stand on the seal.
John is talking to you, Rye.
Oh,
My voice is tired. Rye,
wait.
there is a massive appeal to getting off the sigil and running through that archway right now. What is keeping
With all
you?
of my with all of my perfect insight checks,
Yeah.
I can tell where that desire is coming from, right?
Give me another insight check for fun.
Another.
John just desperately wants you to fail just one of these.
Any single one.
Intelligence saving throw or an insight check?
Insight. You're asking yourself, where's this coming from me? Right. Highs or lows?
lows.
Oh, you should have said highs. Rye, it's always been a part of you. Every single chaotic thing you've done, every single action you've taken, every single part of this adventure where you have led the way, grabbed on to whatever lies before you, needlessly endanger yourself, you've known the answer of how to get fresh air all this time. All you have to do is die, and you will be free. Free of this dreamlike prison that is keeping your mother in jail forever. All you have to do to get out is to walk through that archway. You have walked onto the sigil. It seems that this red guy, who apparently is named Sarl, is preparing some sort of magical ritual to definitely obliterate you all anyway. Rye, I need one last intelligence saving throw to stand your ground. Your DC is 20 for the natural 20 I've just rolled. Thank fuck, he finally failed. Rye, as if you're compelled, as if a hand of God is dragging you away, this S2 creature is chatting everyone up, putting everyone's fears at ease, talking with Ramul, her new companion. Sarl's not paying attention to you. The paladin might be, but he is going to be too slow thanks to his heavy-ass ankle bracelets attached to his feet. You've done this song and dance so many times, Rye. You pick up whatever powders you have, whatever flour you have, and just throw it slightly into the Silvered Sanctus's face. And then, with your movement and a disengage bonus action, which is undeniably broken.
Can I challenge John, as he goes running, can I challenge with a, if I beat his initiative, can I cast a spell?
Yeah. Roll me initiative, you two. And only you two, since
I was
one of
gonna
you...
argue that...
What?
Go on.
I was going to argue, like, he's my brother, and I would be, like, facing these two as we're standing on the sigil together, and I might, like, reading his face, see that something's going on with an insight check.
Whatever it will be, you can act next round, okay?
Okay.
But
Since
you
I
are
rolled
heavily
touch.
distracted, and you are restrained by an invisible tail from an ancient red dragon.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
Since I rolled such a perfect initiative roll,
a 14.
I also mage hand Legerdemain the red orb out of the dragon's hand as I walk past him. This looks important. I want to bring it with me.
Steal
Give me a
his
sleight
red
of
orb.
hand check right now, yes.
Opposed sleight of hand or something.
Oh, that's
my
real
God.
good.
Fucking God. We're dead. The world's gone.
We were dead to begin with.
Oh
Question
my
whether or not
god.
we're coming back.
He might fail this. He legitimately might fail this. Oh my god, he
No.
failed.
Wow. LeMayo.
You look at this red orb that this guy is doing something with your mage hand. This thing's way less than 10 pounds. You just... yoink. It falls into your pocket, and then you sprint through. Rye, you immediately feel your body discorporeate, and you're gone.
As is the orb that he was holding.
Yes. Sarl looks at his hand. He was a tenth of a second away from, like, reeling it back. Turns to the archway. Ramul, what do you do?
I was like, I sputter to like cast hold person.
It goes...
Like I sputter out like some hold person. Blah, blah, blah.
The Silvered
Wow.
Sanctus S2 blinks,
Slow.
looks to the archway. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Can
That-
can you go get my brother? He's been doing that a lot. I think it's the whatever's in his head.
This creature places a hand on your shoulder. Artie, the juice boy it was.
Graduate artificer.
I was gonna say, does my voice echo through the ether? Juice graduate.
I don't know how to break this to you. She turns to the paladin immediately and says, your
Next
companion
question.
just fled through Tiamat's dream. He's no longer flesh and bone. For all intents and purposes, he is a corpse. Along with all the magical items. They're all dead. Oh my god. Oh, Bahamut. What are we gonna do?
Rewind time?
As
What?
if.
Yeah.
He's
If
fun.
only we had a time serpent on the moon that could rewind time.
Yeah.
He's gone into the dream.
It's
It's one with the dream, I think it sounds like.
It's hypothetical, but if you fly around the Earth really fast in the opposite
Alright, so I'll throw him in.
direction-
He can go get his brother back.
He should be one with his brother.
Good luck!
Wait, no, 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 wait,
Arturio,
wait,
you were
wait, wait.
shoved into the portal immediately.
Get my orb back.
God damn it.
Okay, well, now that they're gone,
Yes.
you want to go hunt down your companion? Before he brings just the worst entity into our world.
I'll turn back as I start moving forward. Ramul, are you joining us?
I stare at you really, really long. Like,
I'll
way
give you a
too
blessing
long.
of a dragon god who hasn't been seen in several thousand years. Maybe that will help.
I just keep staring at you, like, with not, like, responding and unblinkingly.
I will nod
Power.
and say, it's been an honor. Offer you my hand. Will you shake it?
I do not. I look at your hand with the look on my face, like, unblinkingly as I look down and look back up at you and say, I appreciate what you are doing and do what you must. If there is somebody who can save them, it will be you.
It's true. Here, shake my hand. She asked you to shake her hand. Terrence,
I will shake her hand.
Terrence, you feel a heavy celestial presence move through you as this creature connected to the platinum dragon Bahamut will empower you and your flaming scimitar. She says, good luck. Go find them and bring him back. We will deal with Mom and Grandma here.
Good luck, Ramul. And I march straight past the dragon and right into the portal.
Don't forget my orb. He just mutters quietly as you pass.
Fucker took my orb.
That thing was very expensive. Well, that just leaves you, buddy.
Hello.
Hi.
I have been a servant of a great old one, but it looks like there might be warmer pastures happening here. I will offer up to our dragon companion here, Sarl. This glaive, I believe, has been used to kill many of your kind. Do what you wish with it. It is yours. As I offer it up to him.
He picks it up and just hurls it into the portal.
I figured. That's fine. No problem.
There's like an air
But-
burst that strikes the portal.
I will not use it to strike you down. Or no one else should as well.
That's reassuring.
Yeah. It looks like our celestial S2 companion here has taken one as an avatar for them. Do you take champions?
Will you go inside the portal if I empower you?
Are you a patron of such?
I am basically 2/3 of a god, yes. I have many warlocks, all of whom I hate.
What's one?
Then there
more?
is an opportunity to be the first that you do not.
Would you like to
And I
be
bend
the
it-
first dwarven follower?
And also the first warlock you don't hate, as I bend a knee to Sarl.
Give me your axe.
I presented.
Perfect. He will gently take your axe and with a dark incantation of ancient draconic, some of the first draconic words, the essence of salamander begins to bleed through the metal as if the fire that forged this weapon comes back from its source and begins to imbue itself, destroying the blessing of Vilhama and replacing it with whatever sort of primal magic this ancient red dragon, 2/3 demigod, can invest within it. He then brands you, as is tradition for all of his wizards, warlocks, and sorcerers around the world, and says, I will not hate you if you run into that portal and go bring me back my fucking orb.
I assume he does this branding, John, by grabbing me by the throat, picking me up, slapping the axe together, and then throwing me through the portal.
Good luck.
With no other mention.
We'll do just as such. Leaving all four of you gone from this strange dungeon, this strange node of Tiamat. 6 spirits stare through this portal that contains it. Sarl, her firstborn and also greatest follower, stands in opposition of the ancient goddess that brought ruin to this world long ago. He turns to the Silvered Saintess, child of Bahamut, and simply questions out, was this part of your father's plans as well? And being a shit-eater, S2 will say, maybe. Who knows? Fate works in mysterious ways. Doesn't it, Uncle? And the scene will set as the campaign for Miss of Rule is over. Guys, thank you so much for playing with me in this advertised as 5-session one-shot turned into 26 on accident and then re-narrowed down to 8.
Incredible.
I know it's super late and Andy has to go. And he also won't be available next week.
I can linger a little bit longer.
You can linger a little bit?
We should start with Andy then, to get him, on the path out of here. Andy, what was your favorite moment of the campaign? Did you have like a great memory of the campaign or other things that you'd like to say? Nice things. Should you like stroke John's ego as we've been beating him down this whole campaign?
Did you also enjoy 5e Dungeons and Dragons?
It was great. Would love to do more. It's really fun. I'm enjoying figuring it out. That my final act in this campaign was stealing something.
It finally
From an
worked.
ancient red dragon, one of the most dangerous
Yeah,
creatures
holy
in the whole
shit.
world.
Just snatched it right out of his goddamn hands.
Yoink!
Yoink.
His
Can
brother
we
keeping
all
him
say
busy.
something nice about what we liked in Andy's performance of Rye?
Oh. When we first thrust him to be the leader and take us to the cave, that was like my favorite. And Andy's just like, yeah, I do it poorly. And let's fucking go, my man. Doesn't matter.
I think that set the scene for leading with bullshit in the rest of this campaign.
Yeah.
That's right.
Honestly, you surviving the encounter we spent most of today in was wild to me. Just the sheer amount of like barely squeaking by for about 10 rounds on your own against many monsters is something I don't think I'll forget. That was quite impressive.
It was fun. I basically since last week was just running.
Okay,
Brian,
Forrest
anything?
Gump, well done.
Yeah.
I think you've well, you didn't have a whole lot of like base knowledge of 5e. You do have a lot of experience as a tabletop gamer now, and your creativity showed. And because of that, you were able to make numerous crazy moments where you're like, you know what? This sounds fun. I'm going to do it. I don't care what the consequences are. You tell me mechanically how it works, and we're going to see what happens. And it defined half the encounters we had. And they're
Very
all
rule of cool.
I hope that was not too much taking away from other people's opportunities to.
Don't worry
Absolutely
about
not, because also you just do the thing you're going to do without asking for permission, or if it's the min-max thing to do, or these other things. That's just perfect.
Yep.
Glad.
Andy, I always love playing with you, my man. Every time you create
Always a pleasure,
character,
John.
it is always a blast to see it, even though you piss me off. How could you survive my monsters? I was trying to kill you, and you... Ah! The frustration I get from you is...
I mean, I did
Beautiful
go to
torture.
0 a couple times.
True. I...
Going
My
to
favorite-
0 is only halfway there.
I think my favorite thing, specifically, was just you always asking, like, can I get rid of these cursed items? I hit 0 hit points. It was like 4
We should
separate
detach.
occasions, and every time you gave me a different response of just being more frustrated.
Nothing will make me not approach those sticky moments in tabletop RPGs in general without trying to like litigate. Like, if the rules are written out, especially with you, John, because when you're not DMing, I have found you to be someone who also litigates to the letter of whatever bullshit excuse you can come up with.
Hell yeah,
So I lead
but-
by the examples you set.
It's part of the fun.
So I will absolutely continue to try and litigate and point out your wild inconsistencies with how the animated armor behave.
I am 100% consistent. You just don't know my method. No, Andy, who do you want to compliment next so that we can all compliment them?
Let's give it to my brother Arturio for his possibly doing the one thing that I didn't even know about very early on, which was improving my armor class, which probably saved me from dying at least a dozen more times by infusing my very light, shitty armor.
Oh, that +1.
Thank you, Nick, for recognizing the chaos and helping to protect it.
Of course, I see where our weakest links are and our greatest strengths, and improve them. One being our paladin's concentration, and the other being your AC.
Eric, quickly.
Speaking of the warlock
compliment
who
him.
doesn't exist, speaking of the warlock who doesn't exist, Apollo Nick's commitment to the bit as well too is unflinching. His unflinching
Really
commitment to what and who his character is, incredible. Thank you.
Always.
Brian.
I agree. That's exactly what I was going to say as well. Nick always plays the
Unflinching.
character before he plays the game.
Yeah.
And is always a lot of fun. And
It's a fun.
wildly unpredictable. And that makes it even better.
Nick, I've got a question
I'm
for
blushing.
you.
Yeah. What's up?
Did you enjoy playing Artificer?
For the first and last time.
Yeah, yes. I intentionally wanted to try one of the subclasses that I had never seen or played. So I intentionally stayed away from the armorer and the
Battle.
whatever the two main ones are. And I was like, alchemist, perfect. I wanna see what this is about. I wanna see if it's interesting. I want to crunch on it a little bit, and the potions were really fun. In fact, I just rolled after that last long rest. Like what I would say is the best one, which is basically just like get blessed for a minute.
Oh. Bless
Yeah, you
those
just get a
fingers.
D4. You just get like a D4 on everything for a minute. But yeah, then we didn't actually have an encounter, so I'm not sure why we went through the rest process. But okay.
Could be anything.
Andy took damage.
That's true.
Oh, that's true.
That was your choice.
Yeah, it was really fun. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to try it out. I was worried that you'd think I would break it, so I intentionally made suboptimal choices. But I also, anytime I play a spellcaster like a wizard or sorcerer, I always try and like keep the spells in a theme. So I was trying to stick to a lot of like alchemy related spells.
I think you did a marvelous job. Role playing, first of all, as just on a character level of just, I am committed to my family at all costs. And also, you know, I don't want to.
But I'm still shitty to him. Mm-hmm.
Not just shitty, but also just being a shitty person.
Thank you.
I think
Yeah,
that was
I
a
do
really good performance, and it struck really close to home. I'm so surprised that you were able to tap that inner bit of you.
I am an older brother, so it was quite easy. I also know that Andy is a youngest sibling, so
yeah, it
I
worked out nicely.
Right there
Okay.
with you. Who do you want to compliment next so we can focus in on them?
I of course want to compliment Eric and his performance of Ramul for playing almost equaling me in assholery. I mean, I think going above me at the end, but on an average throughout the campaign, didn't quite reach my level.
Oh, if I gotta cast Hold Person. Because it'd be at a higher level, get 2 targets, we'd have all 3 of them held. Fuck.
Yeah, I think you did. I think it was really fun role playing you with a curmudgeon-y dwarf who was very committed to his own little knacks that I really still don't quite understand. But that brought a lot of charm to the character and to the party as a whole. And
One
playing
of
this
the
group.
things I never ask permission for is I'll just say, like, this is what a dwarf does or whatever. Like, in one of Greg's campaigns, I was like, we bump belt buckles. That's what dwarves do to
Yes,
greet each
yeah,
other. Like, right? And then people are like, well,
Yeah.
I'll just have that forever. So I just, like, kind of say things. And sometimes the best compliment from a DM is when they fold that comment from something I did into their lore. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
So I say that
Yes.
dumb shit where, like, I can't leave metal behind. Like, yeah. And maybe that's just my character, but, like, I could even present it as, like, the dwarf does that, right? So you have these little...
Yeah, you tend to in your role playing present things like that. Like, this is normal for my character, but it might not be normal for you and your experience of this type of character. Deal with it.
Yeah, that's your problem now.
Figure
Yeah,
out what
exactly.
it means to you. I don't
Yeah,
care.
Thank you.
It's great.
Thank you.
Andy, say something
yeah.
nice about Eric.
Eric, I deeply appreciate that. I think, you know, when I play with, this is not shade, Nick, John, and Brian, I feel like they have a very specific, like, I always feel like I'm playing uphill because they seem to have a very specific ideas about what they're going to do, and they seem to be more successful. So it's nice to play with someone who is, like, also just, like, fucking around.
Little chaos monkey.
Yeah, it was just like, I, you know what? This chain is now free. I'm gonna collect it. It might be something. I'll lay a snare, even though that will do absolutely nothing. Like, except trap one of us. I appreciate that play style because that's what's most fun to me, and I get the sense that that's what's fun for you too. So it's really
That's
good
right.
to have a compatriot in that effort. So
Mr. Brian.
I'll echo the Eric plays like he's fucking around, but I'll trump that with he fucks around with a purpose. If you look at a bunch of those shady battles where we almost died, and you look at what Eric does from round to round in those combats, mechanically, he kept us alive or kept us in a position to stay alive so many different times during this campaign that we actually made it through down to the bottom floor.
I will contest you on one point. The giant,
Okay.
he did fuck all. That was all you, dude.
That was all Brian. Yeah, that was all Brian.
A couple of 20s did that, but he was
spent
also in
4
position.
turns traveling and got the kill seal.
I'm talking
But
more
yes,
about the Minotaur floor. He was in position at the right spot at the right
Oh, yeah.
time in
For
every
sure.
single situation. Or we get
Thank you.
ambushed and fucked.
Wasn't really a combat encounter, but was also in a great position to help me when I got yeeted into a tree.
Yeah, John, did you have anything?
For you specifically, Eric?
That's right, my man.
Eric, there's a reason why I keep you around. It's not because you pay me money. If I didn't like you, I would not be playing or inviting you to games. Every time you play in one of my campaigns, you add something to the world. He invented Sarl branding people. Like, he played a wizard follower of Sarl the Insatiable and made a bunch of lore for him, which I got to use in this. So
A fire wizard who was branded on the face by Sarl, and then went out to brand people with flaming hands as the mechanic behind it, or burning hands. Yeah.
Eric,
So get to call that back.
I'm glad I was finally able to link Eric with Andy as well.
Oh,
Because
incredible.
they deserve one another. They are cut from a similar cloth. Eric just has more malice, I feel.
I get to play the evil character more often without actually making people mad that I'm playing an evil character. Because I don't think anyone here was mad at my character for my character being actively evil. Which
I was gonna say,
actively
are we actually at 4 corners of alignment? Chaotic good,
Kind
chaotic
of.
evil, lawful good, lawful evil. Like,
kind of, and yeah.
Nick, you're the lawful evil, Nick.
The other thing that like I get to call back into is like being able to play with somebody of a caliber of Brian's like stature. When I take like 4 notes for the whole session and Brian's like, I got 4 pages. I was like, what? Did I miss something? I only took 4 notes. Am I bad at taking notes? Like, what is happening? So this like encyclopedia knowledge that like Brian gets from his like scrupulous note taking can then fold into his actions that he takes as well too, right? I usually just have really strong recall and I write down a couple things, but like having Brian at the table is always a joy, right? I look forward to like every table you're at, Brian. So
Is
if
this
anyone
the
else,
first campaign you and Eric have played as well, Brian?
we did 1-shots on Greg's stuff.
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than playing in West Marches, yeah. First campaign.
We killed
played
the Hydra together. All this table minus Andy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
a
that's
paladin
true.
in that one. Yeah.
That's right.
Nick, say something nice about Brian.
Brian is, and I say this with a lot of love, a min-maxer at heart, but just so seamlessly doesn't seem like he's doing it, and rolls in the role play as he's doing it. And I don't know, when I play with some min-maxers, it just feels like, oh, come on, man, enjoy it. But Brian is always like bringing characterization to his min-maxing. And
Thank
it's
you.
just
Rather
so
than
elegant.
flat spreadsheeting, yeah.
Yeah, it's so elegant and lovely. It's always super fun to play with Brian. There's a reason he's been involved with every season of Fable Table.
Thank you, sir.
I will absolutely echo that and just say that Brian continues in a lot of the games that we've played to act quietly in service of his like monumental movements of the plot and very overtly in support. So you think that he's just being helpful and loving and supportive the whole time, and he's still got his own machinations in the works, which I just really appreciate. It feels like he's playing a very fleshed out character with motives that I'm always curious about. And but you almost feel guilty scrutinizing them because he is also just being supportive and friendly.
No, isn't he just like you'll get a little bit when you get a little bit? Just be patient.
Like
It's,
casually
it makes me
doing
look-
a laying on hands to heal the psychic damage just now while he's like also figuring out his way through. I'm just like, that's very kind. You're a very nice person, Brian. Always fun
Thank
to play
you.
with.
Appreciate it.
Brian, I think you're a piece of no.
It's
It's getting way too chummy in here. Brian, I'll contest them. I don't think you're a min-maxer. I think you just make the most of what you get. You're making lemonade, and I appreciate it. You're like, oh, what's the party composition? What do my stats say? And I always appreciate you. You're like a stable line. Whenever I know that Eric's gonna flake, or Nick's gonna collapse, or Rye's running off, I can always rely on Brian to be my saving grace and get people back on track. Oh, it's great.
Grabs the plot and pulls us through it. Like, come on, everybody.
King and
It's like
Plot.
a shepherd,
Plot.
you know?
He's like a parent.
True.
He's at the front of like the rowboat. Stroke, plot.
Teacher,
plot,
an
plot,
instructor,
plot.
a friend. It sounds like I'm writing your eulogy right now, so we need to wrap this.
Nice knowing you, John.
Wrap it up. Thank you, everybody.
Rip in peace, Brian.
Oh.
Rip in peace.
That'd be so sad.
On the subject of min-maxing, I just want to say thank you, John, for not putting me in a situation where my -2 charisma had to be exposed and exploited by you.
I rolled that
Um,
stat for you.
Yeah, I assumed the point was gonna come where I had to do like an intimidation check and just be like, "Hear me," like just the worst attempt possible. So thank you for leaving me alone in my bad
Spare
charisma.
you, Andy. I went with what you gave me. You never made that opportunity manifest. So thank yourself. I, a neutral, kind, caring, and humble judge within my worlds,
Hey,
need
I'll
no
rephrase.
praise.
I agree.
But if you want to give me
Oh, I
some
definitely
right
agree.
now, go for it, guys.
With my chippy response of trust to the Sphinx, you could have been like, "Give me a persuasion check on your answer." So I'm just saying I appreciate you showing mercy.
Yeah,
John,
and beyond
John
this,
was
like,
just waiting for
Go
you.
ahead.
John was wanting you to save those bad rolls for when it really mattered with the Tiamat scene. So
yeah,
wasn't
one of the
gonna-
things that a problem that I constantly present to John, I'll be like, "There's this thing I want to do that doesn't exist anywhere in any rule book, and like doesn't like kind of really matter at all, but it matters to me. So like, John, how do we fucking do this?" And John used to just be like, whatever, that's like too complicated, that's too annoying. But now he's figured out just to like monkey paw, curl the like monkey paw, of, like you can definitely have that. 100%, my dude, and it's too comfortable now. I'm like, oh shit! Like when those 4 items showed up, I was like, well, there's one for every party member. But like, there's this moment where Apollo Nick's character is like selfish, and I'm like, yeah, you have this one. Ugh, get these away from me. Like as a player in John's campaigns in general, right? So,
Do we like the curse?
Thank you for,
magical
like,
items?
yeah, like
I
seeing
love
that
that cursed
growth.
magical item.
Yeah,
There-
seeing
I
that
put
growth
cursed
upon-
magical item back on in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved it.
So seeing that growth like across all the games we play as well too is that you're like yes anding more, and like problems are to be solved, and all of your players are like, yes, I would love to touch the stove and figure out how to like fix this burn now that I have.
John,
yeah.
let me run
So thank you
through
for
a
doing that.
hallway for 16 turns, aggroing everything.
Just say you got your steps in on that last one.
Yeah, that's right.
Ryan, say
anyone else?
something nice about me.
Pressure, John. You know when to apply pressure at the right moments, whether it's having an NPC get annoyed and pissed with you because you can't figure something out, or asking the question, knowing what answer you expect to get, and knowing as a player that you're probably going to get fucked, but yet you give the answer anyways because you can't come up with anything else because it's that little nagging push on your shoulder saying, "Come on, Brian, let's go. give me an answer. And I love it. Because if I can outwit you and I get a chance, I do. And if I don't, then we roll with the punches and we have fun.
The drama. I'm working on increasing the drama soon. Guys, seriously, thank you all for playing in this not so one shot. You were all a treat to play with, and hopefully in the future we can do more stuff. But I believe that's going to be it for Miss of Rule. On that cliffhanger of our adventures running into a strange new land, one of them on a forced quest to free Tiamat, the other three on a quest to save his brother, stop someone from releasing the big bad evil guy of several ages past, and then Ramul is doing something, honestly. He just wants more power.
Raboom wants to be the big bad evil guy.
That's right.
Shoutouts before we head out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Apollo Nick. Nick spelled the way you see it on your screen. You can find me and all of the tabletop role-playing stuff that I storytell over on youtube.com/@FableTable or my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Apollo_Nick. We are in pre-production of season 4 of my tabletop role-playing show. I think this will be the first time I say this publicly. It's going to be JRPG themed. That is the genre we have chosen. A TT JRPG will be that genre. I have, I think, a game picked out, and I'm currently working on the world building games we will play. So I'm looking forward to that.
Love it.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Coffee Traveler. You can find me at places and things, but I have a job starting on Monday, so, don't find me in real life. But, Brian?
I go by Scarlet Shadow with 2 W's on Twitch. You can find me there. Next stream for me will be Saturday morning, participating in the Dragon Quest RTA Marathon. I'll be running Dragon Warrior 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System as a single segment speedrun, which means I start the game after randomizing all of the random number generation stuff in it and play it in one playthrough, start to finish, regardless of how much shit happens to me as we go along. Should be fun. You can find that over on the RPG Limit Break Twitch channel.
And I'm Andaru Gahotsamer. You can spell it or not. You can find me and pictures of my dog and artwork at that address on Instagram or Kara. John?
Starting a new project soon. It's called the K3 Project. Get ready. You thought this game was torture. Dark times are ahead. Everyone, wherever you are, don't die. I'll be seeing you in your dreams.